JTBS. Bruh. Bruh.
Noise!
Bruh. Bruh.
Noise!
Smile.
Midsummer Night's Dream.
Look at.
That's a great choice.
Midsummer Night's Dream is the best Shakespeare.
Thank you.
With Othello.
Did I cover
Othello's
her,
very
right?
good.
Othello's pretty up there.
I covered her,
Is it?
right?
I really like Macbeth.
No.
like
I
Macbeth.
think Macbeth is almost always the wrong choice.
King Lear? How do you
I-
feel about King Lear?
I don't
Thank
think
you.
King Lear is a strong Shakespeare. I think it's
Alright.
comfortably a middle Shakespeare.
How do you feel about The Emperor's New Groove?
That is
That's a
Love
great-
The Emperor's
Because-
New Groove
When did
is
this happen?
the
This
best
is fun.
original Disney movie that is not Zootopia.
Because my first communion, I got that for my first communion, and I watched that for like
Lucky.
That's a good movie.
till I got into high school.
Emperor's,
Dude, I still watch
Emperor's New Groove was the best Disney original.
never saw the new
until
one, though.
Zootopia.
Disagree.
No, disagree. 100%.
Zootopia is
Incredibles.
hands no.
Incredibles is
no, okay,
fantastic.
that's a Pixar movie.
Well, it's still a
What is a
Disney
Pixar
sanctioned.
movie?
No. Original Disney movie.
Did you ever play any Emperor's New Groove video games?
No.
They didn't
I
make
played
it.
one on PlayStation.
They
I think.
really?
I think I
I don't
did.
think
On
they made
PlayStation,
any.
right? PlayStation
I'm
1 or
pretty
2.
sure they didn't make an Emperor's
I'm gonna
New
look that
Groove
up right
game.
now.
So
Like, I'll put money on it.
I realize this isn't the topic of the podcast, but two interesting things. One, just walked on Jason taking the shit.
All right.
Oh no!
That was
Like
It
fun.
smelled better than he
double
regularly
stakes,
does.
Right? Yeah. It smelled better.
I look cooler without glasses.
Two, I'm not wearing underwear. Just thought I'd share that with you.
Ooh.
Dude.
Never sitting on that chair again.
No.
I've done that before. Here.
World.
Usually, like, I'll be at the gym and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to pack underwear. I'm like, well, looks like I.
Seriously?
Yeah, there's an accident, man.
You don't keep spare clothes in your car just for like emergency situations.
Emperor's New
should.
Groove
You were
was
right,
on
yeah.
PlayStation.
I found at the same time you did. Holy crap.
Actually, I'm gonna pull this
I
up.
don't
Eddie, you
remember
you
that.
can pull this up.
The worst is when I forget to bring a towel.
I remember it was.
How do you-
It kept me
So I
entertained.
just
It probably
gotta air
wasn't good.
dry.
I know, but you're a kid, so it's like, oh my god.
Ah, dude. See, I can't
Oh my
see.
god,
This
yes.
pad racing
Yeah, I
is
played this.
I played this too.
They're triggered. You better be quick.
It's just like a
Before
bad
they
I
spiral.
played Looney Tunes on the
You
PlayStation.
mean just a Spyro game?
It's not even David
You
Spade.
couldn't even pay him enough to
Don't
beat.
tell me.
Yeah.
You got the brains in the family.
It's so bad.
This is fun. I would play this.
I remember playing this at Sears. I don't think I actually owned this game, but I remember like playing this
Like
at
the He
Sears
Rolls.
for hours.
I
and my
rented
parents
this
shop
for sure.
a refrigerator or
This
some
looks
shit.
really fun. I would really play this
It
actually.
reminds me of Spyro.
Yes! Yeah!
How do you get here so
Spyro
fast?
sucks.
I,
I hate Spyro.
I know you've told me. That's why they don't make them anymore, right?
Yep,
Checkpoint.
because I said so.
Checkpoint's so close together. I don't I don't know what to say about that, but just lost.
In charge.
Emperor's
Look
New
up the
Groove.
charge button to
Good
remind
Disney.
you.
That
was her going off the cliff.
Yeah. Oh, I saw that on an AGDQ. I think they played. They did a speed on that at
Really?
AGDQ maybe 2 years ago,
Nice.
and that's why I remember looking. That's why I remember what that looks like. Yeah.
What's up, guys?
Hello.
This is Spitting Game. I'm Carlos alongside Aaron, Nick, and Joey. Today we're going to be spitting about Yakuza 0, Kingdom Hearts, Life is Strange, and a couple other little things. Did you guys play anything else over the weekend besides those main games?
I've been playing some The World Ends With You on DS.
Oh, yeah.
Very good game.
Is that your first playthrough? I feel like you would have played that before.
I actually stopped playing just because I think I got something else on my DS, and I was like, oh, I'll come back to this. And now I was like, oh, 10 years later.
I sold
got it.
mine. I didn't mean to kick you. I'm
a
sorry
good
about
game.
You sold your
Kick
DS or
real
you sold
hard.
your copy of the game?
Copy of the game, I
that.
think.
Yeah. No,
Copy
I
of the
sold
game?
it with my DS.
Ooh!
Together in one. Because I got a 3DS, and the 3DS is backwards
Okay.
compatible.
Sins!
So there's no
But what about
reason.
that GBA slot, though?
I have a Game Boy Advance.
Okay, cool.
And
That's
I
how
have
you
Play
play
your
both
regular.
So you play
SP.
Pokemon regular Emerald.
backwards compatible.
Gotta go with the regular one.
That's
'cause
how you
it's
play
more ergonomic.
Boktai.
No, it's what? No.
Yeah, the SP was just so hard to hold, but it had the
I
backlit
liked it.
screen.
I
The
was
backlit
never a
screen.
fan of the SP because I feel like it fit in my hands, but I couldn't imagine having
Yeah.
bigger hands
That's
and
true.
playing on
I
that.
got tiny
So-
hands, so I'm lucky. I want to
The
get a
Advance was
GBA
the best.
Micro.
Did you see?
is that?
Speaking of this, there's a
This
mod
thing.
where people took out the SP screen and put it inside the Advanced, and now you have a backlit ergonomic Game
Yeah.
Boy Advance.
That's cool.
The Micro though, that's where it's at.
Dude, I'm gonna get that in
What's
Japan.
that?
I'm gonna
The
hunt-
Micro?
Yeah,
it
I'm
new?
gonna hunt.
Are they very expensive?
I don't think so. They're like $40.
Do they only
The
sell them in
micros-
Japan?
No, they had them here, but they're like literally this big, and
Oh.
it's the sexiest LCD screen on it. It is so nice.
Game Boy Advance?
Yeah, it's a GBA. It's
You've
really
never seen
cool.
it?
Whoa, no. Can you show me?
Yes.
It is
will
I
show
didn't
you.
know
so
this.
sexy. I always had the old school GBA, the one that you could like see through. So I was like, well, I don't need to upgrade because I don't have any money because
I
I'm a
think
child.
you could like customize them too. couldn't
yeah,
you?
they had like custom faceplates on
Oh,
them.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Those things are they're so cool. I love those.
Why?
Back
It
to
looks
basics.
It's just so
fake.
slick.
Oh my god, they're playing the
the-
greatest game ever.
They have the retro one.
Link to the past, bro.
Oh, look at those pixels! I can count them.
Really? Okay, go ahead.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Dude, he's not playing Boktai GTFO. Boktai's where it's at.
I remember some kid had that on the school bus, and he played Advance Wars every day.
Dude, Advance Wars is a great game. That
Yeah.
kid has good taste.
Good
Well
for that
done.
That's
kid.
how I found out about Advance Wars,
Dude,
and it was pretty fun.
it's a very good game.
Well, what else have you guys been playing? I know you're doing a lot of the Disney Final Fantasy game called Kingdom Hearts. 'Cause I forgot about the
Yes.
name right now.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been playing a lot of that.
And then you also caught up on Life is Strange.
Mm-hmm. I thought I played something. Oh my god, I did. I totally played some weird ass games over the last weekend. They had a sale on the PlayStation Store.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the big sale. So I downloaded I Am Bread.
Oh.
Do you know it?
I Am Bread.
Don't do it. It was a waste of money. Waste. I was so frustrating. I spent like maybe 20 minutes, half hour into it, and I was
Oh.
like, I can't.
It gets
move.
good after minute 31.
I'm sure you have to use the triggers, the shoulder, the left and L1, L2, R1, and R2 as like bread. So imagine it's like the corners of the bread, like every corner, and you move it. Did you play
You
it?
must become the bread.
And
No,
you
I've
have to
seen people
move
stream
it.
it, yeah.
Like it's so impossible. I really
It's like a
did
party game,
not-
right? Can't you do multiplayer?
You can do
not-
multiplayer. Some
you
multiple
can?
people can control the
Okay.
bread.
So
So, you're
it's
like
like
trying to flip up and
Octodad.
over.
Dude, fuck that.
So it's like
Oh.
Octodad, but with bread.
Playing
Did not
games
like that one.
cooperatively where you have to like absolutely rely on the other person really pisses me off. Like,
Yeah.
keep talking or nobody explodes.
Like Monaco.
Priscilla and I get in fights over that shit.
It's funny.
That's.
We don't
I
even
think
bring it
there's a
up.
line like there's some games where it works. 'Cause I would argue that keep talking nobody explodes is like the best part to do a co-op multiplayer. But if you're doing Octodad, it's like just move the limb. Like you feel like you could be
Yeah.
doing it better by yourself.
If someone doesn't know how the game play, like it's not something where like on Castle Crashers someone can just like you can go and kill everyone and then they could be off on the side doing their own thing
Yeah.
and the game continues. But if you have to actually rely on someone,
Yeah.
then it's more of a pain in the ass if they don't play video games as often as you.
Absolutely.
Dude, New Super Mario Brothers was the worst about it. Like
Yes.
playing that game is
You could
hard
troll.
mode is 4 people.
yeah,
like,
you could troll each other the whole time.
Jeez.
Really?
And my
It
little
makes the game
brother,
so
like, I tried playing with that. He likes to play that game a lot. That and 3D World, he likes to play, and they're both like super trolly when it comes to trying to advance in the level.
Yeah.
So is
Yeah.
he just fucking you the whole time?
I think so. He's only 8, but I think he's fucking with me.
I also played Limbo.
Did you like Limbo?
Ooh.
Limbo, yes.
It's
No,
cool, right?
no,
No,
I
you don't
did.
like
I never finished it.
You didn't? Did you get mad like I did? I almost. I was this close at the end, and I was like, I'm gonna walk away.
You're waiting for the
I'm
colors to
gonna
come on?
walk away. What?
You were waiting
No,
for the colors
no.
to
I
come
thought
on.
it was beautiful, but I had played a little bit of Inside, and then I never finished that. And I heard about Limbo, and I was like, well, Limbo came first. I was like, okay, it's like $5-10 on the
Yeah.
PlayStation Store. I'm not sure if it still is, but I just got it recently.
It's
And
normally pretty cheap, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was like a couple hours. You can play through the whole thing. But I was getting so angry. I was like, I don't even care. I'm just gonna watch what happens and say that I beat it. I still got through it, but it was this one part where you had to like gravity was shifting and you
Oh,
were
yeah, I
on
know
one
that
side
part.
of the screen and from the other, and then you had to jump at the right time, turn gravity back around, jump back to the ground, and then you have this this rope swinging all the way to the top, and you had to
Yeah.
grab it, jump off the ledge and grab it before it went down to the
Went
end. It
backwards
was just
again, yeah.
went backward again. Yeah, it was very frustrating. But I saw it through. I don't know if I don't think I'd ever play it again.
It's
So you
definitely
beat
one
the
of
whole
those
game?
one
Yeah, I
and
beat the
done.
whole game.
How long? It's like an hour.
It's a couple hours.
Oh, it's a couple hours.
It took me. I mean, I beat it over a weekend, but yeah, it's pretty short, but it's still fun.
Do you
for
like
me.
small experiences like that? Like a game that you can just pick up and like play for 2 hours and be like have a full experience?
I like
or would you
both.
rather okay.
I really like both. It depends. That was fun because I think it's easy to digest, or like if you want to play something small or quick, or like if you have a free evening but you feel like gaming, I would pick a small, easy to digest game like that versus a full like I know I'm gonna be playing this for weeks or for however long. Or I like games that you can revisit and go back
Yeah.
to.
Like Fallout 4, I've been playing for 3 years.
Yeah.
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 And I still haven't played it. I was supposed to play it over the winter break. Never did.
Mhm. That's so much fun.
Work.
Yeah, that's what I played. What'd you guys play? Anything besides what you already?
I mean we played Life is Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously for
Mhm.
we'll talk about it later, but
Yeah.
Joey played
Homework.
some Dota, I'm guessing.
yeah, I played a little bit of Dota.
How'd you
Played,
do?
Played some
Anything
ranked games. They actually did. They released an update with a custom game mode for Chinese New Year.
That's cool.
Oh, that's neat.
That's fun. Just get some free hats.
How did-
Once a day, you can make about $1.30 on the Steam Marketplace if you
What?
play game mode. So it's a little fun, a little grindy, but I've been playing it with some peeps and
Are people warming up to 7.0?
People are pretty warm on it now. It's 7.01 now
Okay.
too.
Cool.
So I mean, we had a little balance patch a couple weeks ago.
There we go.
But everything's bright and dandy. I almost started playing Kentucky Route Zero. but
Oh, I want to
then-
play that game.
But then I had I just wasn't able to. So maybe if I'm lucky, that'll be this week.
Well, that game released like 2 years ago, and it's still not completely released. There's still one episode left, right?
I think they're up to 5 when the plan is 6. Is that correct?
I thought it was 4 and out of 5.
I've never heard anything of this game,
4.
It's an
out of
adventure. It's like an
5.
old school style
Really?
adventure game. But
so I might like this one.
it's very like visual in that it reminds me a lot of like a David Lynch movie. And I know you guys probably aren't familiar with that, but that's like a
I'm
lot of the
familiar with
inspiration.
David Lynch.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sweet.
It's
Los
like-
doesn't know.
I don't know.
It's like
Weird.
It's
It's
like
a lot of
Twin
kind of-
Peaks,
yeah.
Mulholland Drive, Eraserhead.
That's like me telling you it's like Cespedes, the way he plays and the way he hits the ball. Exactly. That's what happened with David Lynch to me right now. I'm like, the fuck is that? A NASCAR driver?
Dude,
Nope.
one of my
Not
favorite
entirely.
filmmakers. But yeah, that movie the game has a very cool style and aesthetic. What's the word?
You didn't vamp.
Oh, okay. I gotta keep vamping. But yeah, this game initially released. It's an episodic adventure game.
Pull it up. What is it called again?
That's like where you just talk because something's not happening that should be.
Oh.
Like what we
okay.
did with Resident Evil the other day.
Yeah, vamping, vamp.
Like, you know how Alex fills a bunch of time all the time because he's like, oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? That's just,
Yeah.
just vamping.
What was the game called that we were talking about?
Kentucky Route Zero.
Kentucky Route Zero.
don't
Yeah,
know.
it released like 2 years ago, and it was supposed to be like a set of 5 or 6 episodes. And usually, like for Walking Dead, whenever they release an episode, it's usually the next month or something like that. Kentucky Route Zero, it's literally been years, and we still haven't finished it. But
Yeah,
they're
so-
all like good
Wow, like One
experiences.
Piece.
Kind
They're
of.
currently on Act 4.
Out of.
I think Act 4 was the last one because it took 2 years for Act 4 to come.
Oh,
Okay.
I have seen this.
It's a really cool looking
Act
game.
5 will complete the story of Kentucky Route Zero.
I just remember that,
Wow.
that hand cursor. That was very, like, something that caught my eye right away.
Like, look how pretty it looks. Like that's gorgeous. All the silhouettes and stuff like that. Oh, it's so neat.
It's really, really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Future Game Club game. Calling it now.
And it's supposed to be. Oh yeah, I'm so down. And
I
it's
like this
like
a
very
lot.
like surreal and also like minimal aesthetic, which I really dig. It's
Just
very cool.
cool. We'll check that out.
How about yourself, Les? Did you do anything?
So I played Life is Strange over 2 nights, and then after I finished it, let's just say I had to like play something the complete opposite. So I went on Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Yeah.
and
That's
just
it.
shot,
Get
just
this
shot
out
stuff.
of my mind.
It's definitely on the other end of the spectrum.
Yes.
Yeah.
I shot stuff continuously. Called in airstrikes. A helicopter. It was
Yeah.
great. And then jumped on Gears of War. Just tone it back down a bit.
Just a bit.
Gears of War.
Got a
Yeah,
chainsaw
Talking
something.
shit on Gears of War?
No. I don't know a lot about Gears of War. I
You
just
ne- you
see
need to
the
know.
title in my head.
And Nick ran away last night when I tagged them, telling them to get on Gears of War.
You didn't tag me.
Yeah, I did.
What? Was
I
it
have
after
proof.
11?
You guys all game
'cause
over
I
to
knocked
see?
out
It was
at
like at
11.
8.
What?
Knock out at 11.
You were like in the chat typing and stuff, and I was like, "Oh, Nick's on. Let
Dude,
me
you
get
didn't
him on
invite
Gears of
me.
War."
You said I saw the Gears invite, but like you didn't say Nick, you're invited. I was like, oh, he's being mean again. That's fine. That's fine. I don't need to play
I
Gears.
was being
right
mean. You'd be in a locker right now, stuffed.
now.
Anyways, that's the only games I played. I really didn't get too much. I feel like we did something this weekend. Oh, we played Quiplash at my place and some
Quiplash is fun.
VR stuff.
Nice. Very
Like
cool.
the Valve lab, the lab.
Oh, dude, that one's
The
fun.
archery. It was cool.
I like the one where you have to
Eddie destroyed me.
at the archery.
Well, like, so everyone,
level.
like, there's waves on there, and Priscilla goes, and she gets, like, 8 waves, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then, I forgot
So you're
who else-
thinking, I could do 20 easy.
yeah, I was like, I could do, like, she did that many waves, I'll blow that out of the water. Someone else goes, they get, like, 18 waves. Someone else goes to get, like, 24. Then Eddie goes, and he gets, like, 40 waves. And then I was like, yo, Eddie was standing there for a while, and he's already sweating. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that.
Your arms get tired.
Yeah, his arms got really tired. I remember he told me. So then I went up and I got to like half of what Eddie did. Not even half. I got like to a third of what Eddie did. I was like, yeah, my arms are tired and this is not worth it.
I like the cannonball one where you have to get the bomb and pull it back and destroy the blocks.
We didn't do that.
That one's fun. That one's a
That
lot of
one
fun.
has Justin Roiland's voice in it, I believe.
Yeah. it
Oh,
does.
really? He's
Yeah.
one of the robots, the personality
Yeah.
things.
He's one of the personality robots.
Nice.
You're talking, it sounds like Morty.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
I,
that's, I
should've-
noticed.
I
I
should have
noticed that
known.
right away.
Yeah.
I did not play that one this time though, but I will jump back to it. Well, let's kind of jump into what we have this week. There's one thing that I want to talk about. It's Asheron's Call. Have you heard?
Oh
of this?
yeah.
Oh, what is
Why
that?
are we talking about
There it
Asheron's
is.
Call? I'm all let's talk.
So I had never heard of this game before.
Oh,
It's an MMO, and what happened was they actually ended up shutting it down after 17 years. And I read this on PC Gamer because they actually sent out to the community and asked them to email them like, "Hey, what are you guys doing since it's closing? Like, any of the hardcore players, can you guys please email us?" And they got a ton of responses. Like, they expected, like, I think he said they expected 2 or 3 people, and they ended up getting hundreds of responses.
Wow.
Dude, old school MMOs
Um,
have such hardcore
Yeah.
followings
And
for sure.
and it just some players say that they were crushed, like they invested so much into the game and now it's all going to be gone. Others logged back in just to send it off for one more time, and then there's some people who are like, well, I played it and it was fun when I played it, I'm not going to go back to it right now. There's actually a video, if you go to PC Gamer, I'll link it in Discord afterwards. There's this guy that was streaming and he was just so heartbroken because he was like, I think he was pretty much crying. And as the servers were closing, everyone's just in this huge space and everyone's taking pictures at like different monuments in the game. And all of a sudden, like, to log out of the game, I guess the characters raise their arms, put them together, and then like they turn into a beam of like purple. Like
Yeah.
right when the game, the final second, you just see everyone in the server almost at the same time just go
Oh
like
my
that. And
gosh,
he had it
that made me
recorded.
cry.
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna
then-
cry.
Yeah.
It made me to tears. That's so.
Yeah, and
wow.
I was like, man, I don't know if I've ever experienced that, because they actually have a really good YouTube video. It's about 5 minutes long, so I didn't bring it on the show. But you guys should go check it out.
Oh, Vaughn
And-
did it too.
Oh, Vaughn was on there. Nice.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Vaughn's
Dude,
one
I'm
of
gonna
our
cry. I got
social media
legit
guys.
tears right now, welling.
So I was like, I was thinking to myself, what game has shut down? What online game has shut down that I've played? And I think the only one that came to mind like right away was APB. I bought that game and supported it, and it's funny because I supported it and I loved the game, and then it just did not get the attention that everyone was expecting. And it was like, oh, it's like a Grand Theft Auto, and this was before GTA 4 was a thing,
Oh.
like legitimately a thing. So I felt that it ran smooth, and then all of a sudden they're like, we're not going to support this game anymore. Sorry guys, that's it. And it was pretty like recent after. Was it within a year? Or
Yeah,
within-
because you
It
kind of
was-
played APB off and on for a while.
and then they
I think the original devs dumped it in like 8 months.
Yeah, it was less than a year. And then somebody picked it up within a year of that and did APB Reloaded. And I just kind of had outgrown like the direction of the game that it was going towards. So I was like, it's not really for me anymore. But yeah, that's one time I thought that I was heartbroken over an online game. Do you guys have any experiences like that?
Not me personally, but I know a lot of people who were upset when Halo 2 on original Xbox
Yeah,
Live
I was gonna say
closed.
Halo 2 for me.
I was there for the last 3 days. Or like 3 days before. I didn't go on the last day for the Halo 2 thing.
Yeah, I know people were like, they were having parties because they're like, oh, well, this is the last time we're ever going to be able to do this, so let's do it.
Actually, some Z Master just pointed out in chat, but one thing that I didn't play it, but I was just following it closely because it was so fascinating to me. The original Final Fantasy 14 was just Final Fantasy 14, and it was like bad. Like, it was doing horribly. It was going to get shut down, but what they decided to do is they ended it in like a world-ending cataclysm. Like, there was an apocalypse that happened basically at the final day of the game, and after the world got destroyed is they released Final Fantasy 14 or Realm Reborn after that, and it's like the aftermath. So it's like the original game kind of died out and the new game rose from the ashes, and I was like, that's so cool.
That's really cool. I had no idea.
And like the cutscene for Realm Reborn is basically all of the heroes like uniting to fight like Bahamut from Final Fantasy, who's this giant ass dragon who like comes out of this meteor from the sky, and he's like wrecking fools left and right. And it's just like all the heroes putting up their last stand before it gets destroyed.
wow.
It's really cool.
Holy
And the
crap.
cutscene's gorgeous too. It's really neat.
Invader said the Wi-Fi connection on the Nintendo Wii and DS.
Oh, the Wi-Fi Connect, yeah.
What is that? What is that?
Because you could play like your DS through a service called Nintendo what is it? NF.
Oh yeah.
It was like NFC. Yeah, Nintendo
Yeah, before
Wi-Fi
NFC
Connect.
was NFC.
You had to have a special
NFC,
like
yeah,
USB stick.
I didn't have that.
You had to have a special USB stick to plug into your computer to send the appropriate wireless signal for your DS to actually play online.
I remember I had that. It was a white. It was
Yeah,
a white
we
little
would play
dongle.
Mario Kart together.
That's what we did.
We would
yeah.
play Mario Kart together using that.
It was
Yeah,
complete
and I would
shit,
play
but I remember playing it.
Animal Crossing as well. I would play online and
Yeah.
like visit people's
Yeah,
places. I
yep.
It
think.
was one of the first times you
Visit
could
their
like
towns.
globally trade Pokemon too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I totally
definitely.
forgot about that.
Mhm.
That's like included in every device known to man now.
Yeah. And those sticks weren't even easy to find. Like you had to order them straight from Nintendo. They
Yeah.
weren't really like on the shelves.
Really?
At,
They're proprietary.
yeah.
You couldn't get them on like a Target. You couldn't just walk into a Target. You had to order it for about $20 to $40.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't even remember going through that process.
Yeah, dude. You could access the Nintendo NFC connection through either that little adapter or a McDonald's because they had a partnership with
I remember the
McDonald's to do
McDonald's
thing.
Wi-Fi. Yeah,
Get that kids meal.
yeah, dude.
That kids meal now.
That was in my
Wi-Fi.
heftier days.
Yo, I used to like throw down like 4 kids meals because they were
Oh my
$1
God, I'm
each.
so
How about those
hungry.
McNuggies?
Dude, I'm about
I
the
want
blizzard.
McNuggets
The Oreos.
right
Oreos.
now.
Sweet and sour sauce is the best
any
McDonald's
game,
sauce, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Sweet and sour for sure.
I used to play this one MMO, and that was the first time I heard about MMOs. Was like, I don't know, I was just like bored, and I was like, I remember chat rooms, and it just kind of went from there. And I found like a list of MMOs, people playing with each other online, and I don't remember the name of it, so this isn't gonna help. But
Gaia
Um,
Online.
Toontown.
what is that?
It's like kind of like a JRPG looking. It's like cartoon isometric.
What does
point
that
of
look
view.
like? Because that sounds familiar.
It's a very
But
popular
I feel
like
like
free
it was
to
a
play
very
one.
it was a free to play, like definitely magical. You could use magic, you could fight people. It wasn't
RuneScape.
RuneScape. I did play RuneScape for a
Dude,
little bit
it's
after
Gaia
that.
Online. I'm calling
I
it.
don't know. And it had like you could pick what you wanted to be, and it was the world was huge, but my computer couldn't handle like
Yeah.
that
It was
at
Toontown
all.
for sure.
And no, I don't remember, but I played it for a while, and I would talk to other people, and I was like, "How do I do this? How do I do magic? How do I do all these other things?" But I couldn't. I don't remember the name. I think it was a really long name, and I was like, "What's MMORPG or something?"
It was Maple Story, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, I
See,
don't know.
I
but
wanted to get into
I
Maple
don't know if
Story,
it's
but
still
my computer
around.
couldn't run it either
Really?
back in the day. Yeah.
You can run Maple Story on an old
some
Nokia
magical,
phone.
magical
Nick
girl.
had
we
Nick
only had AOL.
DSL
We
until
only
a
had
week ago,
AOL.
so I'm not surprised.
Yeah, dude, I got so much power now. I don't know
How
what
do
to
you
do with
use
it all.
Gaia?
And
Calm
learn
down,
what the
Kanye.
internet is. What did you just finally pay for your parents' internet? So they're stopping shit.
Yeah. No, we actually got out of our contract too.
How do you have a 30-year contract with AT&T?
Dude, my parents would be like, "Oh, we accidentally renewed it again." I was like, "Why would you do that?"
But you can always upgrade the service.
Yeah, but they sucked. AT&T sucked.
Dude,
They were
my dad
horrible.
got. I was so pissed. I bought all these smart devices for my dad for for Christmas, and then they moved into their new house, and he's like, "Hey, can you come set up all the stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I get there, and the first thing I see is an AT&T DSL router.
Oh no.
I'm like, "God damn it!" I was like, "Yo, you got Charter, right? You didn't get AT&T like I told you not to get." He's like, no, I got AT&T because I bundled it with DirecTV and this and that. And I'm like, oh, hell no. I did the speed test. It was fucking 12 megabytes down and like 3/4 of one up.
Oh God.
Wow.
I was like, if I connect these smart devices, you're not going to be able to do anything.
No.
Goodbye to streaming anything, like Netflix, whatever.
Nothing.
Granted, my sister's like leeching from him in the garage and she's like renting it out and trying to stream stuff. I'm like, as soon as she jumps on the internet, you guys are going to be effed anyways. So
Yeah.
you might as well just upgrade it. It's within the 15 days of cancel. But man, I can't believe he did that. And I can't believe you lived with that for years.
Dude, now I see how the other half lives, and I ain't going back.
No.
My web pages load in less than 2 minutes. I'm so happy.
Dude, I actually streamed the other day for the first time. Oh yeah, I forgot
Right,
to
you
mention
did
that.
too?
Yeah.
You are my spirit animal.
You did?
Holy shit.
You streamed? What'd
Yes,
you stream?
I streamed for the Kingdom Hearts.
Nice.
I hadn't ever streamed anything. That's really weird. All these similarities between. Oh my god, yeah, I streamed 2 for the first time.
I streamed Chrono
On Twitch?
Trigger. Yeah, I did it on Twitch.
That's like
Me too. What the over this weekend?
Yeah.
Oh my god, was it Saturday night?
No, it was
Sunday night?
Sunday.
You just went full Valley.
Was
On
it?
t-
Aaron.
on
I'm
Twitch.
freaking out a little bit. It's so weird. My hands are clammy. That's crazy. No,
don't touch us.
what did you do? Did you do it under a real name or an alias or what?
I just
Did
do
you
it
make
under
an
my name,
account?
Advent
Sure,
Nick.
the alien.
I stream under an alias
She was fucking
Why?
cam girling it.
because I was test running it. I didn't
Oh,
know how it
okay.
was gonna work. I didn't
You
know
don't
what
want
to
the
do. I didn't
official
know anything.
Steves to come off as like an amateur.
Yeah,
You want
I've got to
the
make like
waters
a
first.
mini Twitch account, which I don't have. It's under. I will not tell you what it is, but yeah, there's a me. Sometimes I'll get in chat on Twitch under this different name.
It's cool.
Dude,
Yeah, I've got a
streamed-
secret name.
I streamed Life is Strange, and like people were like, "Yo, why the fuck you playing this?
Just start yelling at you.
Like you've never played a game like this."
We're waving goodbye to our peers.
And then I jumped on Call of Duty, and they're like,
Adventure
"All right,
mode.
Los is back." That's where that stands. What'd you stream,
But,
Nick?
yeah.
I streamed Chrono Trigger for
I
about
believe
2
Oh,
to
yeah,
3
you told me.
hours.
You stream for that long? I stream for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was in the
Couldn't
zone,
do it.
but
Gets
no, it's
brand
cool.
new internet, plays Chrono Trigger to stream. Doesn't even stream the next gen.
Dude, you got to talk about what you know, right?
Yeah, I guess.
That's true,
But yeah,
that-
we had some of our community watching.
Did you have a camera?
Yeah, I have a webcam.
Okay, I don't. I just had. That's the other thing too. I'm not gonna make a personal account. I'm like, go follow me when I only have a microphone. Like I had the microphone and the headpiece that came with the PS4, and just plugged it into the controller. I have nothing. I have absolutely nothing. I did it from my PS4. I don't have a camera. I'm not gonna blast that out and say you should watch me, but not really. You should just listen to me talk about this. I just really wanted to try it.
Yeah.
It was
It's
fun.
Weird.
That's what people are doing right now. They're just listening to us talk about stuff.
Yeah, dude, that's my channel. Yeah, Ryan's pulling up my channel right there. Freshly
Freshly
squeezed
squeezed
limon.
That's such a wonderful. I love
Dude,
that.
me and Nick almost fucking took over Twitch every
Yeah,
morning,
dude.
Really?
but our internet,
But my internet made it impossible.
Oh,
I couldn't even
wow.
Skype him in. He was just like, I was like, Nick, are you there?
Dude,
Yeah.
we play Arma 3.
Like 4 seconds later. I was like, oh, god damn
I've
it.
gotta get a camera and try it
Yeah,
for
it's
real,
fun.
because yeah.
I think
That's
my name on
interesting. I
Twitch
love
is
your name.
Advent Nick.
Mhm.
But like that's my branding. That's my brand is Freshly
Yeah.
Squeezed Limon.
Freshly
That's what my
Squeezed Limon.
WordPress account is under.
That's like Joey's he's leaf eater everywhere.
You
Gotta
gotta have
keep it.
consistent branding.
Aaron is,
It's
she's got 80
worthwhile.
different names. We're narrowing it down.
Yeah.
You gotta
What
collect.
do you mean? You trying to find my alias? You won't
No,
find it.
we're
No,
just
try
trying, we're
to-
trying to like condense your usernames on social
Oh
media.
yeah, I had a million of them. Even on like Reddit, I have a different name.
Well,
I
Reddit you
gotta
should have
create a
something
real-
completely different.
I do. That's
Really?
a very
Yeah, you should.
Yeah,
Why?
everybody does.
Because
on
then
Reddit. That's
you're
the
easy to track
community.
down.
Yeah,
Joey
very
knows my
easy.
Reddit account, so I
so-
got
that's a big
I have
deal.
no problem that I'm super easy to track down. Someone could
I
very
do.
easily find my
do.
address if they wanted to.
Oh,
Someone
it's-
could,
gee,
what?
why would
Someone-
you just
someone can-
broadcast that?
I'm never using the internet. Let's jump into the next subject, which is Yakuza 0.
Yeah, dude.
Whoop whoop.
Let's get some
Nick
I'm
living
Yakuza
that
excited to hear
G
about
life.
this. I've been wanting to hear about this.
It's
game.
really cool. This is my first Yakuza game I've ever played because for the most part, the first 2 games came out on PS2, but I was a youngin, so I wasn't allowed to
Little
buy the
youngin.
M-rated game.
Fucking
Did your
nerd.
parents you see already in movies?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, yeah, they
dude.
would let me watch R-rated movies, but I
you
could not
couldn't-
play an M-rated game.
I remember when he was in
What
high school, he
it's
was playing
because-
Gears of War, and his parents were like, "What is that?"
That I was 17 though.
Yeah.
No, I could watch R-rated movies, but the reason why I couldn't play M-rated games was because my brother, he came home with a game called the
Mortal Kombat.
Getaway. It's a London heist game that's basically based. It's like GTA combined with like Snatch, the movie Snatch,
Okay.
and like there's just so much cussing in it. So my brother was like, "Nope, you can't play that. That's bad." But so anyway, yeah, Yakuza. I
Is
couldn't
it
play
Josh or Lionel? Who
It was
ruined
Josh.
Fucking Josh. He's watching.
And
this.
I couldn't
Fucking
play
Josh.
any Yakuza game because they're all on PS3 and I didn't have a PS3. So once I even imported Yakuza, the original, an HD remake of Yakuza for PS4 in Japanese, but I've just been too lazy to open it up. And I was like, okay, I'll let this be my first game because it's a prequel, so it starts before anything ever happens. And what it is, you follow, oh, dude, I can't even remember. Oh, his name is Kiryu. That's the dude on the left's name. You play as him, and it's basically him starting out in the Yakuza for the first time. But basically, the person who like adopted him as his son gets kind of framed, and he gets framed too for this murder that shouldn't have happened. And
wow.
what happens is he kind of takes a step out of the Yakuza so that he can figure out why he was framed and why his master got framed. And it's just him running around a fictional version of Kabukicho, which is a real red light district of Japan.
Oh yeah.
And so you're basically
Watch out
just.
for the Nigerians. Are there actually Nigerians in this?
I
game?
haven't seen any Nigerians yet. No,
That's a real
But
thing.
yeah, there's tons of dude. In Kabuki Chico, they will just be like, "Hey, yo, man, you want a girl? You want a girl?"
like,
And I'm
"No.
like, "Nah, I'm good."
Keep
and then
going.
they'll
Just
do
keep
this thing.
walking.
They'll do this thing where they come up to you. How you doing, my brother?
Oh no.
And then once they shake your
Nope.
hand, you're done.
Yeah. Ooh.
But anyway, the game is all
I don't know
wandering.
what that means.
It's you
Huh?
can't. You don't.
You're done, you
don't-
finish. It's just-
cannot-
No,
yeah.
that means that they
Sploosh.
got you hook, line, and
You
sinker
can't- you
like a
can't
sucker.
Even make eye contact. Like you can't make eye contact.
You
with
have to
them.
be
You
just like,
keep
nope,
going.
I'm not recognizing you
It's
at
like
all.
the people at
Effed.
Vegas when they're handing out the flyers.
Almost like that, but
Yeah.
they're more pushy.
Extremely pushy.
But yeah, so the game's just you as Kiryu wandering around the red light district of Japan, and you're just like doing different mission objectives, like trying to find out what the hell is going on with the people who framed you and your master. But through what makes the game so unique, though, is that there's so much shit to do in the game. And a lot of games, they do this thing where they're a jack of all trades, master of none. They have like, oh, you can do this fishing mini game, you can go to an arcade, you can do all these things, but it doesn't typically do all of them well. Yakuza does every single one exceedingly well. You can go into an arcade in Yakuza 0 and you can play Space Harrier, like the full-on original arcade version of Space Harrier, a Sega game, and you could play Outrun, like complete perfect recreations of those games in arcade form.
You spent how much on this?
It's $60.
Okay.
But not only that though, you can do like a batting cage mini game, and it's really fun. It is like authentic as hell. Like
sweet, sweet boy.
it would be like something that you would play in MLB The Show, like a mini game in
Really?
MLB
really?
The Show.
That's
It's
good.
like
That's
high
cool.
quality. Every mini game is well done. You can go to like do karaoke, and it's a rhythm game. And but my favorite though,
What's your favorite?
my favorite is the disco because it takes place in the late
I saw you tweet
80s.
that out.
You like straight up dance to disco music, like J-pop disco music, and you have to do very well, or else the ladies in the club won't pay any attention to you. And the music is actually really good, and it's just hilarious. There's like this huge tonal shift from super serious, you just killed my master type stuff, and now I'm just like busting a move in the middle of the dance floor and
Oh, I love that.
in the 80s disco club. Like it's just so cool.
That is super cool.
Yeah, the game is very bizarre, very strange, but it's just so much fun.
So you're happier to play the mini games than
No, I love both of them. I
What's
just
the
like
real game?
the real game is like trying to find like who murdered this person.
Yeah, but is it
That's-
like you
I
just
like-
like punch people? Or?
the actual gameplay is like fighting people. It's like a think Street Fighter with a story where like you'll be walking down the street and then like a group of thugs will be like, "Hey, dude, you're in our territory," and you just fight them. And there's different fighting
Is
styles
it
and
like
stuff.
what's that? Like no, there's that Japanese style game, like or I don't know if it was Chinese, but it's kind of like Grand Theft Auto. It came out like not too long ago, about like 3 or 4 years ago. It's on PC and Xbox 360 and Sleeping Dogs
It's
without guns.
there's no GTA, so like you can't steal people's cars. You literally run around everywhere because that's what people do in Japan for
So you're
sure.
like super fit.
Yeah, you're super fit.
Okay.
Super fit. You do get tired after a bit though. You gotta level up your stamina. But yeah, it's a very unique game. It's definitely one of those games like if you're looking for something to kind of cleanse your palate because you want to try something completely different. You might be burned out on shooters. You might be burned out on fighting games. You might be burned out on puzzle games. It's good to I think always try to be like I should change something up and try something that I might never try again. And I think it's definitely like you will find something to like about this game. You will latch onto whether it be a mini game or the actual story or the whole thing. Like it's truly something to be experienced.
Sold.
It's really fun.
That's I would play it. You sold me.
It's really cool. You
I
would
like
like it a
stuff
lot.
like that. Yeah,
it's like
okay.
authentic as hell
wanna
though, with
borrow
it, the way it portrays Japanese culture and stuff like
And
that.
I've never been there, so does it look similar at all?
Yes, it looks exactly like Kabukichiko.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's really neat.
that's really cool.
Noise.
Nice. I like that. I'll play it. Maybe I can borrow it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I want to borrow everybody's games. Everybody has games here I don't have, so I'm just gonna borrow them.
I downloaded them
Resident
all.
Evil. Yeah. You do you?
Most of them.
yeah, a lot of
Do
them.
you? I like to have the physical game. That's just me.
But then you have to go. To the
Uh-oh, that's another
store.
similarity you and Nick have.
Yeah.
You do too?
Yeah, I like to own the physical copies.
Oh God,
I like to own the physical copies, but I play a lot of PC games, so they don't really
yeah,
have
you
them.
don't. Yeah, that's true.
Dude, I got my Fallout 4 physical.
Dude, I got the Fallout Anthology. Get at me, bruh.
Yeah, you got that nuke.
Oh, Xannerly said Steve's used the game to map out where you want to go in Japan. That's a good idea. Or I'll just know the red light district. It's kind of fun.
I want to go here,
I want to go
I want to
here.
get picked up
I
here,
want to go
club, and
there.
I want these.
That's a
ladies.
good idea.
It's
Now
a
I
pretty
really
and I
want
want
to
to
play
dance
it.
at this club.
It's pretty accurate
really
though.
wanna
Like
play
I
it.
just like I was like, dude, this is like really
Yeah,
true to life.
that's awesome. Cool.
All right, let's move
play.
on to Kingdom Hearts 2.8.
Yes, I'm
because
gonna
they haven't
geek
come
the
out
fuck
yet.
out.
Dude, I'm
excited. Look at that
stoked.
pretty little graphic you guys got.
That's a-
Whatever that is.
that's a
It's
cool
pretty
one.
picture.
The record-
I
That's a
like it.
Japanese
Spinning.
cover.
Oh,
know, I chose that one.
It is. Yeah, it is.
No, I didn't.
So this game, I do not think. First, I'm just gonna say out of the gate, do not think it was worth $60. It was the same price for a half of a game, a full game, and then like an hour-long cutscene. I've played.
Wait, did you
Longer
beat
than
it?
that.
No, but I watched.
It's
Okay, there's
three-
three
it's
different
three
games.
things in
There's
one.
3 different things in one, just like Kingdom Hearts 1.5 remix, 2.5 remix. This game has 3 different games in it, but 2 are games. One is an hour-long cutscene.
Wait.
So-
Real quick though, what's
Damn.
the full title of Kingdom Hearts 2.8?
Final chapter prologue.
Yes.
Why?
No, because that's such a like it's
Kingdom Hearts
Final
HD
chapter
2.8
prologue. That's
final
true.
chapter prologue.
It's such a contradiction.
It's
now
so
that I've
ugly.
actually
Look
read
at
it.
look at it.
Yeah.
You can't even read because it's
Final
like letters on
chapter-
letters.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, the thing is, it's
prologue.
very
'Cause
Japanese.
It's the final chapter,
It's
but
because
it's also a prologue. I don't. It's the same. It's repeating. It's redundant.
the Japanese like using words because they sound cool. English words because they
Yeah,
sound
they
cool.
do,
They're
that's
like,
why.
we don't care if it means anything. Like, we
That's
just want
where
it to be
Katakana
cool.
comes in.
Like
katakana
Blaze
Yeah.
Blue.
and hiragana.
Ice cream is aisukrimu. I shit you not. Coffee is kohi. I shit you not, because it sounds like the R
What
word
shit
they
you
say.
not?
Shitunata. There you go. So this game, I'm a diehard Kingdom Hearts fan. I played every single game in the series, but this one has I'm gonna start with the back cover. It's called like Unchained Key back cover. That's the hour-long cutscene. That's basically the prerequisite to the entire series. It's like the preface of it.
It's a movie.
What do you call? What is it when it?
The prologue?
The prologue? Isn't that before?
Yeah,
That's before, not after.
right.
That's why it's
Epilogue
so
is
weird.
after.
Epilogue is that's what I'm saying. Prologue and it's the final chapter. It doesn't make any sense. So it's the prologue to the series. It's the
So you watched.
it's about
You're judging
Yeah.
me.
I'm not judging you at all. I'm just thinking about my roots.
Oh, okay.
it's got that story is about like what happened before the first Kingdom Hearts, basically 100 years before
The
prior
Keyblade War.
The Keyblade War, yeah. Supposedly it's supposed to explain all of that. It does not. And I've played the mobile game because it goes hand in hand with the mobile game, which is Unchained Key, which is the same thing. You get an avatar, you play as like a character you make, and you fight all these Heartless and yada yada.
play
and
in
it's
the Keyblade
story,
War, right?
Yeah, but that's not even there yet. The story in Japan isn't even done. The mobile game isn't even finished. But it's supposed to go
People
hand
are
in hand with
obsessed
this.
with it, yeah.
Now, this entire hour cutscene doesn't make any like sense. It literally gets nothing done. All these people are in the foretellers who like are the almost like 6 founding fathers. Everybody's covered. You don't see anybody's face. Like
Strange.
it doesn't make any sense, and it's just the very typical Japanese storytelling, confusing. What the hell happened? What's in the box? Well, let me tell you. It's a secret. And then you see the character like
Yeah.
reach over and talk to them, and you don't hear what it is.
Is it
like
an
ends.
interactive story or
No,
just straight up
just
cutscene?
straight up
It's a
cutscene.
movie,
It
straight up.
looks nice because they use the Unreal Engine 4, which is what I think they're doing to showcase.
Wait, they use Unreal Engine?
Yes, yeah, they use Unreal
think
Engine
so,
for
for the new Kingdom
the new
Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts,
Wow.
and then they were using that for I think for these cutscenes for Unchained for this backstory, and then for switching over to 2.2, Birth by Sleep final chapter. Point 2 takes place after Birth by Sleep, but also
It is like the most up to date Kingdom Hearts. Like it is a
Correct.
brand new Kingdom Hearts game. This point
Right.
2 is if you haven't played if you played all the Kingdom Hearts.
Point
Yeah.
3 or point 2? What was
Point
last
2. So
It's
they're
point
calling
2.
it Point 2. I don't fucking know why. I really don't. But,
But
it's
isn't
this
it
little
like
tiny
3 points after
3
the last one?
hours.
Well, they call it
Okay.
2.8 and then point 2. If you add point 2 to 2.8, that makes 3.
Mm-hmm.
So what they're saying is this point 2 is about 2 hours worth of gameplay, and
Yeah.
it is like
Yeah,
the
it's like
engine
3
and what
hours.
gameplay will be like in Kingdom Hearts
It's
3.
setting up, it's kind of like a little teaser to Kingdom Hearts 3. It sets it up so you can see what it's like to be like, this is how beautiful the game is going to be. This is what it's going to look like. But it takes place after Birth by Sleep and also after Dream Drop Distance. And then it
which
sets
is the
up,
3DS game. Dream
yeah,
Drop
the
Distance is a 3DS game.
Right.
Have
and
you, have you guys played them all?
I
I've
haven't.
played all of them.
I haven't.
Except
I
for
gotta
Dream
catch
Drop
up.
Distance. That's why I have this game.
I'm probably gonna play that next. All of them.
You should.
Just all of them.
So this
In proper order.
Dude, that's what I did. That's why I took so long to play all of them, because I was trying to play them in like chronological order properly whenever they came out, and I couldn't keep up because they kept platform hopping and it drove me nuts. Like, I don't think these games work well on handhelds at all. But the Birth by Sleep point two, Jesus Christ, I even get confused. Point 2 sets up, I haven't played it because I didn't play Dream Drop Distance, but it has some of Dream Drop Distance in it. The end of that sets up this one as well as Birth by Sleep kind of combined, and then sets point 2 up, and then that sets up 3. So that's the whole point of that, and to make it look beautiful, so you see what, Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to look like, yada, 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 and the characters and so on. And then Dream Drop Distance is the third game in Kingdom Hearts 2.8, and it's the remake from the 3DS. They made it on the 3DS, and then they put it over on here so you can play it on the PS4. I haven't played that.
Yeah, updated in HD.
Yeah, update in HD. It's not in the Unreal Engine 4 though. It just looks a little
It's
bit
the old
cleaner.
engine,
Yeah, it's
the
the
DS,
old
the
one.
one that they use for the
DS.
3DS,
Yeah. And it looks fine. I am maybe an hour in, half hour, and I am so incredibly overwhelmed with it. I had to stop. There is so much tutorial. It is like an hour of tutorial, if not more, for this freaking game. They added so many unnecessary ways to fight enemies that you could play the whole game without fighting. You've got the flow motion where you're abusing and using objects to swing around them and fly into enemies, or two, because the creators thought it was going to be really boring for you to go through some of the same worlds you've already been to. So they created the flow motion so you could literally fly through the map, through the world.
They're doing
So
the
you
flow
get through
motion
another
for
one.
3 too.
They are. I mean, it's cool because you move really fast, but I was like, I would love to just run through the map again. There's
Didn't
that.
you there was like mini game levels when you teleported from planet to planet or something like that.
That's the
right?
gummy ship.
The
Yeah,
gummy
when you
ship.
fly
It's
the
like a
gummy ship.
shooting-
That's what you're
from-
talking about.
Yeah. No. This is when you're
no,
in the
like
world.
it's like parkouring your way through the
Parkour,
levels.
yeah.
That's what this motion
But
is.
you're in a vehicle.
No, you're just
just
you're
kinda-
just Sora. You're just Oriku. You're one of the two, and you're just like jumping off walls and swinging around poles and like
Sounds fun.
and flying through. So you move really fast, and I like that. It's very fluid. But I didn't play the 3DS, so I can't really compare it.
couldn't
I
imagine
waited
doing it on
3DS. No way.
Yeah.
But you've got that. You've got something called Dream Eaters that it's like literally like Pokemon. You have to create them, and then you keep them, and then you have to take care of them by petting them and scratching them and feeding them and giving them toys, and they fight alongside you, and they help you fight Heartless. And then you can use other objects to pick up and throw them on enemies as well. So there's so many different ways to fight. And then you have the drop meter, which as you slowly explore worlds, the meter drops, and then once it drops, you switch to the other character. So you go back and forth from Riku to Sora, from Riku to Sora.
Oh, okay.
So it's almost like it's the time limit on exploring the worlds and what you do, and you're like, you only have this much time before you have to switch to the other character and continue on with their story.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
And
That's cool.
Yeah, instead of the gummy ship, you have the it's almost like a portal. You're like falling through the earth, or not the earth, but you're falling through like the universe to get to the world, and it's like the only way to get to these worlds, and you have to. It's like replaces the gummy ship basically. So you're flying through, and there's enemies. You have to defeat them and fly through these rings and get these points. And you can only get to the world if you collect a certain amount of points.
Yeah.
Through there. Otherwise, you have to restart the whole
Start
damn
over.
thing, which is. I don't know. It's
can be
just it's
frustrating
stupid. It's
for
very
sure.
frustrating. And I love the series. I love the game, but it was I'm not even an inch into the storyline, and the storyline was kind of confusing. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm missing some things. What are they doing? It takes place right after Kingdom Hearts 2, or no, Coded. Oh my God, there's so many of them. It's overwhelming.
Like
Jesus.
After
this is
2, after
definitely-
Coded, it's basically after Kingdom Hearts 2. They're trying to get their mark of mastery so they can become real Keyblade fighters, Keyblade warriors, Keyblade masters. So they do this mark of mastery, and they go through all these worlds to try to be better.
Do these kids ever age?
They kind of do in this one, but for some reason, this isn't explained either. In this game, when they're taking their mark of mastery, when they get pushed like into these worlds, they look younger. They literally look like themselves from the first game, and
Interesting. I
that
didn't know
hasn't
that.
been explained. I don't know if it will be, but it's. I mean, that's pretty much it. I haven't delved into it enough. I don't really know what's going to happen or what the story or anything. I've only got through the the tutorials because the tutorials were so long. I was like, I gotta stop. I was disappointed. I don't think the game should be $60, and I'm glad I'm playing it on a console, but I think it just they add so much unnecessary crap, and it made it very difficult and frustrating. So hopefully Kingdom Hearts 3 won't be like that.
Don't
with
let it
that
be your
much-
first Kingdom Hearts game. Don't let this be your
Don't.
first team.
Absolutely
Really?
not.
Bad place to start.
Oh, 100%.
This
It's-
is for
So
people who have played every
They're
single
like
game.
Every
releasing,
single game.
They're
I
releasing
think-
another one this next March right? Or
this
February?
is in March.
It's like a HD remake or something.
This is so 1.5 and 2.5, which have all of the other Kingdom Hearts games on it. Birth by Sleep, the first one, the second one, Coded, and Days are all put on both of those into one giant CD.
Those were
just
originally
one,
released on PS3, and so now they're just collecting every single game
and putting it for the PS4.
on one game
So
for
there'll be a
PS4.
disc where you can play
Every game.
every
Yeah.
Every single Kingdom
You'll be
Hearts
able to
game
play
ever,
every
Kingdom
except
Hearts
for
game
on
except for the ones
PS4.
that came
Or came out
out
this week.
last week.
Last
Yeah. So you can literally get every Kingdom Hearts game if you get 2.8 and you get the 1.5 and
ones that run
2.5.
mobile?
Not the mobile. The mobile
The
you have to
mobile's
get.
a
But the mobile's
download.
a free one.
But you can
But-
get like the Game Boy Advance
Wow.
one and stuff like
But
that.
there's
yeah.
still 2 cutscenes in those, like too long. Like you can't play the DS games. You can't play Coded, and you can't play Days. You have
Yeah.
to watch. They compiled all the cutscenes from the games, and so you just watch that instead.
Because if
But,
you miss one of those things, Kingdom Hearts is
It's so
the one of the most
convoluted.
convoluted stories ever. I was
Ever.
like, there was one dude who made a document, a
Document,
Google
yeah,
Doc.
Google
It's like
Doc, I
over
read it.
280 pages, and I was like,
explaining the story because
Nick
they
read it in
decided
15
to-
minutes.
dude, I wrote
It was
that
in-
doc.
It was in Japanese. It's
I-
crazy.
I actually think my favorite is Birth by Sleep. I like the combat system. I
good
like
game.
the storytelling. To me, it's the most mature and storyline of the game. I think the characters in that are a lot older than Sora and Riku, and they're adapting a lot of what they use for Birth by Sleep for Kingdom Hearts 3 for the battle system
As
and
they
everything.
should.
So, yeah, I think I'm excited. I'm looking forward to that. But that's
That's
yeah.
Kingdom Hearts
that's
2.8.
It's a fucking convoluted.
Are you gonna go
lots
back
of-
to it?
Am I gonna go back to what?
I'm playing it.
Hell yeah, I gotta beat that shit. See, I'm diehard though. Like as frustrated as I am, I will see it through.
Yeah, I got Stockholm syndrome. I have
what's-
to finish it.
Oh,
I
what's
have
that?
to. That's like where you when you get kidnapped and the kidnappee, the person who gets kidnapped, that's when they like kind of not fall in love with their kidnapper, but they'll do whatever their kidnapper says because they're like, oh, this person's just looking out for me. So it's like because they become so
weird.
used to being
Yeah.
with this. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta finish them. I have to
Kimmy
play all
Schmidt.
of them because oh my.
Oh
what?
yeah.
The Adventures
yeah,
of
yeah.
Kimmy Schmidt
Yeah,
Perfect. Example.
I like it. I love the series. I'll see it through as much as annoying it is. Chain of Memories sucked though. I didn't like that one either.
I like Chain of Memories.
You
That was a
did?
DS one?
That's
That
the
was for-
GBA one.
Yeah,
Oh, I
and that was the
remember that one.
card-based one. I didn't.
I like that one.
I couldn't. That one made me really angry. I played that once and that was it.
All right.
So let's move on.
Let's move on to the
Getting all
biggest
worked up.
discussion.
Yeah, Life is Strange.
Life is Strange. Episode 1 impressions. So we didn't play the whole game. We just did the episode 1. And that was for our Attack Gaming Club. And what do we gave it like 2 weeks, right? It's like
You gave-
Yeah,
you gave
2
it
weeks.
2 weeks
2
because
weeks.
Aaron hopped on. So I guess this is the point where you just tell people, hey, if you're listening and you want to play the game before we talk about it, mute us
Yeah,
or
mute it.
stop or pause.
Spoiler alert.
Whatever you do, because
Yeah, we're gonna dive right into it.
Yep.
I'll go last.
Do you want me to go first? I didn't
Actually,
even
I'll let
finish
Joey
it.
go last because I don't want to wait for him to
He
be
has
over
notes,
with,
a
with
notepad.
that.
I love it.
And he wrote
I-
on yellow paper, so you know it's serious because
I don't.
Usually-
I hate yellow paper. Sidebar. I don't know why the fuck we have so much of it in the office.
it's cheap.
Yeah, it is cheap.
It's cheaper.
Yellow
Yeah.
legal pad is very cheap.
So that's the advantage
I
of
didn't
it.
know that.
Well, I guess I learned that. It just feels so. Ugh.
George Lucas wrote Star Wars on yellow legal pad.
No way.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
you're
did.
full of not. You are the encyclopedia.
Okay,
Okay,
who wants to go first?
I'll go first. I don't have a whole lot to say because I played Heavy Rain. I didn't really like it. I couldn't see that through. I didn't like the click and point and time.
So you don't like the gameplay?
The gameplay, yeah. What do you
Interesting.
what do you call that?
Quick time events.
Yeah, quick time events. Yeah,
story.
I don't.
Kinda.
I don't like the quick time event stuff very much. But I think in Life is Strange, I think they changed some stuff, and I liked it a lot better. It kind of had my attention a lot more. The graphics looked a lot better. I was a little more invested in the story. I think a bit more. It was a little bit more interesting. I don't know why. The other one was Heavy Rain was hard to believe with the guy and the kid, and his kid gets hit by a car and he gets lost in the store in the mall, and it was really weird.
Jason.
and-
Jason.
yeah.
Jason.
Jason.
I've never played it.
Yeah, he
That's
starts screaming,
the
Jason!
kid's name is Jason.
And he like runs into the
I
mall.
thought that
and
was a
then runs
joke
into-
that was about Jason. So I was
No.
like, really?
No.
Did he have a
No.
cigarette in his hand or
Have you
something?
guys been saying that for a while?
No.
No,
Oh,
no, but
that's funny,
that's
though.
kind of that's kind of a
Jason!
meme from that game. Is Jason?
I couldn't see it through.
Oh,
so.
worth noting, two different developers. I'm a really big fan of Heavy Rain and like everything that
Are
Quantic
you
Dream
really?
makes. Yeah,
Really?
I think that if you're suspending disbelief,
Why are
they
you freaking out?
Careful.
because Nick
Careful.
he's erect. No,
Careful. Did I say things I
I'm
shouldn't have?
very soft for.
Make sure your water doesn't spill over when
Chronic
the
Dreams and
table
David
starts
Cage.
tilting.
yeah, I.
Oh
Although
my
their new
God,
game
what did I
does
get
look
myself
cool.
into?
So do you generally not like
Okay.
it like a game of that style where it's really story driven and there's like no
I
gameplay because
Like
Okay.
Telltale. Do you like those?
I do like those.
Okay.
I just there's so much to. I kind of like the I have to talk to everyone. I have to explore the entire area before I move on and figure out how everything works.
That was my issue.
So I know I love that. So
I
that
hated
works.
that.
I think this did a lot better. This had my attention again a lot more than Heavy Rain. I liked the story. I thought it was more interesting. I like how you could figure out how to stop time and reverse and kind of manipulate the world that way. I like that, but again, it's just kind of like point and click a little bit.
Oh yeah,
So
totally.
it's interesting, but it depends. If you like those, it can only hold my. I feel like I'd have to do it in doses, but that's just the way that my brain works. So
if you had to stop and because in the game there you can play the game.
again, I didn't
The-
finish the episode 1 though, so I don't know what happens. But I really will probably talk about it.
Oh well, because I was gonna ask how long it took you to play if you were.
Where did you
running
stop?
content and
No,
everything.
I stopped right after she reversed time, and
It was
Why?
like right at the beginning.
So like 10
Yeah.
minutes in.
no,
Wait,
that took
when?
me a while to get through.
when what?
When she reversed time, and then she started trying to go through the dorms and stuff.
Okay.
and-
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Okay.
So,
you got like halfway through.
yeah.
was that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like halfway.
Okay. Well, yeah. Anyway, continue. That's I'd like to see it through. I want to keep playing it, but
I will go next. I could care less about the story, and I tried to get into it. I tried to feel for this girl and what she's going through or whatever, and I was like, man, I cannot get into the story. The gameplay is really cool. The fact that you can reverse time and change, you can listen to an outcome and then just go back and change it. That's really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes when you play those games like Mass Effect, you'll do a thing like a quick save before and then try to get the action that you want. So you get the outcome that you want.
See,
I feel like,
it does that, but at the
That's
same
interesting.
time, you get to see both
and then it changes your
both
mind.
things, and then I'm still
I
like,
like that.
I still don't know what to pick.
no, I
Yeah,
like
I
that.
I got put
I
on
like
that
that there's
sometimes
different
too.
outcomes.
I definitely was put in that position a couple times, but I kind of stuck to my first choice on most of the playthrough.
Interesting. Your gut.
Yeah,
Your
my
gut
gut.
choice is usually the right
yeah,
one.
I agree.
No, I wasn't a huge fan of the fact that you could. I as a core mechanic to be able to reverse time is cool, and to be able to see all the dialogue is cool because you always know what you're doing if you want to spend the time. But I found myself sometimes not wanting to go back. It's just like, oh, this is the choice I made, and I want to stick with it. Like I'm cool with that permanence.
I mean, it definitely appeals to a certain type of a person who's like,
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had the ability to go back in time and make different choices. But for a lot of people who are like Joey, where they're just like, nope, I made my decision. I'm happy with that.
Maybe
That's totally
that's
cool.
the beauty of the game. You can do both.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That's
Mhm.
yeah.
It's interesting though that one of the fundamental mechanics of the game, like for people like Joey, it's almost non-existent. Like except for a few like you have to go back in time things.
I would guarantee you that my total time playthrough would be the shortest here because there's a lot of dialogue trees where I just didn't check out both paths. I just went down one. I'm going down
I
the
did-
road,
I did
baby,
that
and I'm
towards the
sticking
end.
to it.
Did you get did you claim that the pot was yours? The marijuana?
Yes, I did.
I did too.
Dude, I hid it in the
Really?
closet. I was like, dude, what have you done for me? I
We
saved
all-
your life.
We all know you're out of there already.
Well, I thought that one of the coolest moments that I had with that game is that when you finish the first chapter and you get to see your choices compared to the world and your choices compared to your friends on Steam. That was, even though
That's
it's not an
really
element of the
unique.
game, just looking through all those choices to see like percentiles of like I found that super interesting.
Oh, that
like,
is
did,
I actually
so
have them.
interesting.
did you?
Oh,
make,
you did?
I also took a picture of mine.
Okay.
Did you do anything that was like really abnormal?
I hid in the closet.
Yeah, hiding in the closet was a big one. This is actually a stumped question, but since we're talking about it, it's good to bring up. So these are just the major choices I'm going to go through. So the principal Wells, you can either report Nathan or you can hide the truth. What did you guys do?
I hid the truth.
I reported.
I reported
Report.
Nathan. I 100%
Yeah, me too.
reported Nathan.
Reported. That guy's a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck
60
that. He has got a
fuck that
fucking
guy.
gun.
Dude,
What
you know what
the
they say
fuck?
about snitches, though.
He brought a gun to school. You're not
Yeah.
Dude, he's gonna
He
shoot
can't-
me.
I know.
He's gonna be
brought a
like,
gun to school.
He's not in a gang.
Yeah.
he's a white
not gonna
dude.
tell his people.
65% of
At a
people
prep
that played the
school.
game reported Nathan. 35 hid the truth.
I hid the truth. Yeah.
The next thing was Victoria's outfit. Did you make fun of Victoria or did you comfort her?
I comforted her.
Yeah.
I also comforted
I
her.
comforted her, and that's 74% of the people. did
Why
that.
though? She's mean.
It's
She was
doing
being a
the
real
right thing.
bitch, and then like, and then she was like, I was like, all right, I'm gonna be nice to you, and then she was a bitch again.
She wasn't nice. She wasn't like that to me. She was nice to me after I was nice to her.
No, she gets like a little backhanded comment. And I was like, all right, Victoria, you son of a bitch.
I thought Victoria was my favorite.
I'm like moving my feet. My feet are almost touching the monitor.
Sorry.
I
reaches
thought
me so
Victoria
bad.
was my favorite side character
She's interesting
because
for sure.
because she was the only person who like showed to have
Depth.
Like like I feel like a lot of the side characters didn't have depth, but Victoria, like clearly she was feeling the effects of like her friends and peer pressure and being someone who she wasn't necessarily. Because when you were alone with her and if you did comfort her, like she's like, oh hey, sorry about being a cunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know-
but,
I remember
but,
she did that.
But as soon as her friends are there, like she's a completely different person. So I thought that was interesting and like a depiction of, I'm sure something that a lot of people can empathize with. You know, just being and growing up in a school
Right.
dorm like situation.
What about
Absolutely.
I like the pregnant girl. I thought she was interesting. She was like, I don't know, she
Pregnant
was very aloof. The girl that's she locked what's her face out in the dorm, and then you go in there and then you have to recover the USB.
Oh, she was pregnant?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, I didn't even see. I just grabbed the USB and I
there's
bounced.
a pregnant. There's a
I don't give
pregnant.
a fuck.
Pregnancy
So
test.
like the funniest thing is like she has a pregnancy test that's on the floor, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna find out what's going on. I'm nosy, you know. I want to know. I pick it up, and then it goes like, well, are you kidding me? You're just gonna pick it up, and it's I'm like, okay, I'll rewind.
Yeah.
And it's so funny that this girl that you play is just like, yep, I'm gonna pick up this pregnancy test on the floor.
I thought that was so weird when you're going through the other person, like when you get to the house, Chloe is the name of the
Yeah.
girl. Yeah, when you get to her house and you're just like rummaging through the whole fucking house.
It's interesting.
Why?
Sometimes
Who the
they,
fuck
I
does
know,
that?
yeah.
Sometimes they
It's
acknowledge
like-
it though. Sometimes they do, which is
Eddie.
interesting.
Hey, we're best friends. We used to be here and play. I'm
haven't
just gonna
seen you-
walk
Go through all
around.
your
Oh,
your
dude,
house.
I haven't
Chloe
seen you
pissed
in
me
4
off.
years. Let
Chloe
me just-
pissed me off.
Why did Chloe make you mad?
She just made me mad because it's like she's that friend who is like, you haven't hung out with me in forever. I'm gonna make you feel guilty about that. True friends are people you cannot say one word to for like months on end, and then you meet up with them again, and
Amen.
you're like, "What's up,
100%.
dude?" Yeah.
And you
She's
fall
just like,
right
you,
back in
you
sync.
abandoned me.
Me and Nick
You
got that.
abandoned
Me and
me.
Nick got that.
But the
I'm with you on that.
it wasn't just like an abandonment thing. She came back and didn't tell her friend she was back for like what 3-4 months.
Yeah, dude, they're high schoolers. That's what they do. They're trying to figure shit out. They have a hard
Wait,
time doing
are they
it.
in high school?
A
or
lot
are they,
of
like,
people
in
aren't-
the
I
first
thought
year
at
of
first I
college?
thought they were in high school. I think everyone's in college because there's dorms and shit.
Yeah,
It's like a
what the
prep
fuck?
high school.
It's a prep high school.
Oh,
It's
it
like
is
an
high
artsy
school.
fartsy high school.
Yeah, because I was
What
like
the
the
fuck?
photography class. She's taking it so
Yeah. I was
I
seriously.
was fucking playing Street Fighter in high school. I didn't fucking have all that BS that they were working with.
You're not taking pregnancy tests.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't live in Seattle too. It's very different. It's very different there.
I thought it was Oregon. Were they in Oregon?
Oh wait, no, she was
they're
in Seattle.
Oregon,
They
but
are in
Max
Oregon.
lived in Seattle
Yeah.
for 4 years.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're in Oregon.
You're talking about why her name is Max?
What's wrong with Max? Max is a gender neutral name.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No,
Max is definitely a gender neutral
I've
name.
never heard that before.
Maximilian.
Maxima.
So, what?
Maxima.
I'm in
Maximum power.
California. I forgot.
I This is what you wanted to keep on going out to those choices, like
Oh,
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, if you have a point up to those choices, but the next one was David and Kate. So, like, when that guy's harassing the girl, did you take the photo of David hassling Kate, or did you intervene?
Dude, I intervened. This injustice will not stand.
I took the picture.
You took a picture,
I took
you
a picture,
dick.
why is it a dick? I'm like, this is probably evidence for later. I'm like,
Ah,
I took
you're
I took
right.
a picture too. I was like, I could just turn this to the principal if I needed to. Cause
I
already
know, but
said
I
he
felt
was a
like I
dick.
had to step in there. I
Maxine.
had to interfere. I had to be like, hey, dude, that's not cool, bro.
Yeah, well, and what is that going to accomplish? Like, hey, you're being an asshole.
The satisfaction
Cool.
of
You're still
having
being an asshole.
the satisfaction of having your friend be like, okay, she has my back.
Yeah, when we
That's-
when you took the picture, she's like, "You didn't do anything, you fucking asshole."
like,
she like went off.
I
another
think
day.
that's it. I think that's important for people that age too. It's like this person has my back. I can recognize. Are you on Discord right now?
I just want to say that.
Hey,
Maxine,
real quick.
yeah.
I know it's not a major decision, but did you sign the petition or not?
I did not talk to that character.
I
Oh, you
talk to the
didn't?
character either. Did you save that girl from getting hit from a football though?
Yeah, I did. I did.
I
So
had,
many choices.
I had to watch out for the.
I feel like
for the
part of
homie
this
on
is
the
a
bench.
moral thing.
What other major decisions were there?
So the next one was Chloe's pot. Did you?
Oh, dude.
There's 4
Yeah, we
choices
talked
on this
about
one. You took the blame for Chloe. You blamed Chloe. You stayed hidden, or did you come out of hiding to intervene?
I looked at every possible outcome, and one of them was very interesting for sure, which I kind of wish I would have done in retrospect, but I hid in the closet. The one where she reveals she has the gun, though, was interesting.
She has a gun.
Yeah, if you actually come out of the closet, if you break out of the closet and be like, no, that's my pot. She was like, that was really cool. Here, I'm gonna show you something. And because the dad came in saying
Whoops, I don't
one of my
remember.
guns is missing.
I remember that.
So if you intervene at that particular point, she's like, here, let me show you. And then she shows you she has her dad's gun. But if you hide in the closet, she doesn't show you that at all,
Huh.
which is interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting.
I
probably
I
keep
took
the
the
gun.
blame. So 37% of people actually stayed hidden. 27 took the blame. 35 came out to intervene, and then 1% blamed Chloe.
Dude, I saved her life.
Twice.
Multiple times. Good old Chloe. She was so different.
She's
Changed
interesting.
so much.
She's interesting.
I know why you like her.
Why?
'Cause she has
Because
blue
she has
hair.
tattoos and
No,
blue hair.
Blue hair.
She's a.
You guys got a
fuck the
common-
system
common
type
interest.
person.
Dude.
She is a fuck the system type person. She's. I mean, I look at the girl and I'm like, oh, she's in a serious situation. Her dad is.
She is definitely one of the more adult characters in the game that I think has the potential to be interesting, but she just didn't show the depth, I think, that I'm hoping will be revealed later on. But she just seemed very like, I'm a punk rock person. I just don't care about anything.
I think-
And that felt like a very one-note type character,
think
at
there
least in this episode.
Definitely were some tropes and like a lot of the language they were using. I thought
It's
was
very
interesting.
awkward.
I it's like a bunch of adults were making a game about how a bunch of teenage girls talk.
Yeah.
So
Also, it felt like a lot of dudes writing for women. Like, I don't know if that is the case, but it just felt very clumsy to me. Like, I was like, I don't think that's how women would speak in this particular instance. Like, I mean, it might be a woman. I'm just like, oh, Nick, shut up. But it just seemed very awkwardly written. A lot of the things that they say just don't sound
You're an
human.
asshole, man.
They just don't sound human for the most part. And that was one of the issues I had with the game is you'll choose a response and it just sounds so like Robotronic coming out a lot of them. I'm not sure if that's a VO thing or if it's just a bad writing thing.
I think the VO is a little off.
It
for
is.
sure.
is it the VO off or is the facial animation so bad
That might be
it
it
makes
too.
the
Although I kind of dug like the overall aesthetic
Yeah, I
of the
guess
game. It
that
seemed
too.
kind of like water brush painted almost.
the
Yeah.
aesthetic was really cool, but the facial animations blew.
It's hard because they are trying to convey
Yeah,
such
they were
raw
like
emotion.
they were in the middle of like being like actually decent and not caring at all. Like there's games that have voice acting that just you don't look at the lips because you're like, oh, it's just BS. They're just doing it so the character looks like it's talking at that time, or it goes the exact opposite where it's like, oh, they actually got like face tracking and tried
Yeah.
mouthing out all the words.
Yeah,
So yeah,
tricky.
it was like definitely in the gray area.
So which character did you empathize the most with?
I really felt for actually, I would agree with you in saying like Victoria was the most interesting. Yeah, she was a dick, but once you actually be nice to her, it's like, oh, like you said, this character actually has depth, and this character feels like a real person because, people do put up fronts when they're around their friends. People do behave differently when they're alone, and I like that seeing. Yeah, she's a dick, but she also has a very human, and you could tell she's a hurting person. She is in pain of some sort. So I liked her quite a bit. Also, I liked the dude who has a crush on Max, just because
Oh,
he's
yeah,
like a
that's cool.
film nerd. So I kind of identify. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Did you read some of his early
Yeah.
text messages?
Yeah,
you
yeah,
just
yeah.
scroll up and he's like,
Dude, he's the most needy guy. Like, you
guys went
obviously,
through all that?
Yeah, dude, I read everything.
I know Nick does that shit.
Well, I didn't read a lot of stuff actually, but I did see when he sent me a text message. I scroll up because there was a previous conversation. I'm like, oh, what were they talking about last week? He's like, hey, you
Remember
want
when you touched my...
you want to text me back? Hey, I want to talk to you. Let's
Hey.
hang out. Hey,
He's definitely a high school dude, though. Like,
for sure.
hopefully he grows out of that kind of thing.
he's probably. I assume that he's the one that the most males who play the game like identify with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's like, oh, hey, like a kind of nerdy high school boy who's like doesn't really know. Like one of my favorite moments was when you were out by his car and like he went in for a hug and didn't get a hug. It was like, ooh.
Yeah, that was awkward.
Man,
like, that
I've
was
been there.
uncomfortable.
I've been there.
Oh, that was Ashley Birch. She's Chloe. Ashley Birch is a really cool VO actress, and she's also a very good writer who I respect quite a bit. She wrote one of my favorite Metal Gear books ever.
This week's trivia with Nick.
But like that being said, what did you think of the game's use of music? Because
was
it
good.
felt very
Very good.
notable to me. Like it felt very like we are trying to
Sets
do
the
something
tempo.
with this. But like, is there something that you thought was really effective? Something that wasn't so much so? Maybe you just didn't even notice it.
I noticed it not to a large degree. I think any of the songs that had lyrics were more stand out because you're like, oh, I'm hearing words now.
Right.
Like when they're walking through the halls a second time
Yeah.
to go back and hide in the bathroom and try and save Chloe.
It all seems very appropriate for the characters, the music, but also like thematic, of course, of whatever's going on. And I just really found the ending track very powerful. Like I was like, wow, that was a cool way to end the game because it was like this very serious moment where you're about to reveal information. It's just like the fade to black or fade to white with the music playing in the background. Like I was like, that was neat. Like it sent chills down my spine kind of thing because it was like so well done. I liked it quite a bit.
Word. I only remember the last song, actually. Like when the tornado thing was happening.
I don't remember the first song.
I like the one where you're wandering around Chloe's house too. That was nice when you physically put the disc in.
Oh, the punk
And-
rock music?
No, I'm thinking of something else then. Because you have to go into the basement or into the garage to fix stuff, and there's like a song playing in the background. Like it's very soft and
I
it's
remember
nice.
One of my least favorite things about the game actually was like when you're in the garage, and I think that the time travel is really cool for the purpose of the dialogue. I think that's interesting. I think the time travel is really weak for the purpose of having to do an order of operation puzzle.
Yeah,
That puzzle was where you have to drop the
keys.
the kit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
was
but before you
what
drop the
it was,
key, you got to move the cardboard under so you can slide it back over. Like,
It just seems a way of
Yeah.
like, hey, we're gonna make you spend a little bit more time here.
yeah, and I'm interested. Like, is that the devs saying like, yeah, let's make you spend more time here? Or is it like let's make you realize that like time travel is a mechanic or like?
Yeah, I think it
what
was.
is-
I think so. I'm hoping that there's less of that, but I think it is to kind of cement the idea that, like, hey, we're using the mechanic of time travel. But I think that they just use it. It was used in this particular episode to the detriment because it felt more like a chore, as opposed to cementing a mechanic.
Yeah, I'm curious how they would do that going forward if there's more puzzles like that because those were some of the weak points.
Mhm.
Also, story-wise, I was kind of annoyed at how in the beginning how she kind of realizes I have powers. It's like,
Yeah.
It just seems really like tropey and weak, and like they could have done that better. It's just like, oh hey, I have superpowers. Cool. Let me fix my camera.
I'm curious. What do you guys think of Max as a character, as the main character?
I think that
She's
Max is like intentionally ambiguous
a blank slate.
because so Max's whole thing is that she is in high school.
Mm-hmm.
She is trying to figure herself out. Max, because it's hard to say that we don't know who Max is because Max doesn't even know who Max is.
Correct. She's a high school girl.
And she's a girl in high school. So you are figuring out who Max is while she is figuring out who herself is. And it's kind of one and the same. I think that's actually... I think that's actually one of the really strong points in the game itself is that you're figuring out this character, and by virtue of you figuring out they are figuring themselves out. And that's kind of who Max is.
It's very thematic. No, I agree.
Shit was deep, bruh.
She did kind of frustrate me though, but that's just because like I consider myself an adult. So like when she gets into situations, I'm like, why are you acting this way? But then I have to kind of take a step back and be like, well, no, it's not me, it's you. And so it was a nice, refreshing change of pace for me to have it to be like, because usually in games you play as a guy. Most
Yeah.
games, 90% of games you play as a man. So being able to kind of put myself in a man's shoes, it's far easier than to do it with a female perspective. Because, a lot of games that do star a female lead, there's not so much like emotional baggage tied to it or personal baggage tied to it. But this, I felt like I really had to be like, I am going to see life from this perspective of a high school girl, which was very nice. I really liked being able to kind of put myself in those shoes and try and understand what it was like for the girls in my high school growing up. You know, just trying to be like them, which was really nice.
And I think it really ties into the photography theme well too, because you are quite literally framing situations in a very specific, meticulous way, just like you would a photo. 'Cause
It's a very nice thematic tie-in
yeah,
to
when
mechanics.
you're taking a photo, it's like, oh, and like when you're really taking a photo, like in your life, you're framing a picture the way you want to see it. You're expressing something how you want it to be expressed, and you're not just like taking pictures like that in game, but like you're framing things from Max's perspective, exactly how you want to see them too. So I think that's a really cool way that like you said, that you're tying in the themes and the mechanics, is that the figuring out things through photography and the idea of frames and snapshots and seeing things how you as the character want to is really cool. To kind of connect those two motifs.
Yeah, and I really respect that about the game, because a lot of games attempt to do stuff like that and they just don't do it well at all. But this one, for sure, it is kind of like complementing its theme through gameplay, which is very tough.
But do you like it, Nick? Because like before we started like earlier today, Carlos and Aaron were like, I don't like the game.
Oh, I like the game quite a bit. I think that the first episode is weak, but I think that that's because it is this is rising action. This is just
Setting the
rising
tone,
action.
too.
Yeah, it's setting the tone, establishing the world, and it is building. Because at the end, I was hooked. Like, I
You played
want
the
to
whole
know.
thing?
Yeah. Well, I played the first episode.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to play
yeah,
through
I
the whole
wanna,
thing.
I want to buy it. Like, I still want to see what happens.
It's definitely interesting, and I want to know what happens to the small town. And then I think I have a lot of like personal attachment too, because it feels like like a love child of Twin Peaks almost, because there is a lot of Twin Peaks references, and there's a lot of references to Twilight Zone, things that I'm really obsessed and love dearly. So I like the fact that it was inspired by the things that I am also inspired by.
That's cool.
I don't know if I want to play the other episodes, because I definitely didn't actively dislike it. There were some things that, like, I wasn't super thrilled about, and like I wasn't in love with any of the characters per se. But I don't know if I want to invest more time into actually finishing it, if that's like a worth cost benefit analysis. I'm definitely more neutral.
Yeah.
I'm probably the most neutral out of all of us here on all of it. It's like yeah, there's things that I like about it, there's things that like I'm not super thrilled about it. But I don't know if I'm gonna go through and play the rest.
I won't play the rest.
Done?
I just have no. I think the game was great. In terms of like mechanics of the game, like the reversing is awesome, like I already said before, but definitely not going to care about what happens to.
It's
any
hard
of
when you
these
don't give a fuck
girls.
about the characters.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
I
so-
don't have any connection. Like I don't have any like want to care about these characters for some reason.
Mhm.
But
Hey, yeah, no, definitely. I mean,
Doesn't-
different
doesn't
characters
really fit-
resonate with
yeah.
different people.
Absolutely.
all right, let's move on to the next section, which is Gears 4. Something I just threw in because I titled this one "Why Can't We Be Friends?" And that's because they opened up the gameplay for PC and Xbox to be cross-platform.
Mm-hmm.
But if we've run into this issue 2 nights in a row already, you want to go to social gameplay or social quick play, you can't with more than 2 people. And it's called social quick play.
With 2 people.
Yeah, like, and it only allows you to do
Phil's
2 people.
calling you out. Bad news.
And the competitive mode actually lets you go to have I think 5 people on your team. So if you go into competitive mode, there's no one looking for matches
Oh.
at all. We were there for
no.
about
Really?
6 minutes. This game came out in October.
Wow.
So bad.
That's not okay.
And it's like
It's crazy that there's that few people.
there's not that few
Yeah.
people. Everyone plays social quick play. Everyone plays social quick play. Unless you're playing pro, and then if you're playing pro, you're gonna set up game battle matches regardless, so it doesn't matter.
So they need a way to integrate.
So they need to
Together.
they need to open up the social quick play or add a browser. I doubt they're gonna add a browser because they have that XP system that's very
Yeah.
hard to keep track of. I mean,
Yes.
Call of Duty World at War did it pretty well, and so did the original Call of Duty 4. But the matchmaking is so effed up on there, and it sucks because the game's great.
Yeah, it's very good.
It's
It,
very
it
fun
sucks that
game.
it has to like fall victim to these like arbitrary things, or it's just like, well, we should have put more time into that in development. That sucks.
I guess they're just catering to the bulk of their audience. Maybe they think that the vast majority of people aren't going to be affected the way you are.
I mean, it's all PC players. You go on the forums and people are like, we can't find anyone in PC games anymore.
No way.
Yeah.
Lame.
And there's tons of people playing it. You just can't play with your friends unless you do like
A private match.
You know what we did do was there's an option to play against the computer on Insane. Like you put the different difficulties. We did 5 people versus Insane computers, and it's like that's fun, but it's like
Not
they
the
don't.
same.
Yeah, it's not the same. They don't play as
It's not as
human
thrilling.
players. Yeah, it's not as thrilling. You get the best thing about Gears of War is the adrenaline rush that you get from being like, oh shit, there's 3 guys left and I'm the last guy and I got a shotgun and I have a power weapon and they don't, and I can do this move and bounce to this wall. I don't know. I get that like sensation when I try to like 1v3 people or whatever the case is. Whatever.
No, you
situation
definitely get
comes
like a
up.
combat high whenever you play Gears.
And when you snipe someone's head, it feels really good. And
Yeah.
yeah, that's all I want to talk about Gears of War. We can actually move over to Stumped now.
Stumped. Here we go.
This week on Stumped,
Here we go.
we have
Get
Aaron.
them all.
You're going to get
Yeah.
them all in. You're champion.
So just
What is this?
So we write down our answers.
We didn't do this last time.
it's advanced since you last game.
Things have
Sweet
changed.
of you to give me the non-fucked up one.
I drew
That's
on,
Such a
Joey's-
gentleman.
I drew on this one last time, so
Yeah, I didn't
Fair.
draw the swastika for the record.
I didn't draw a swastika either. Oh wait, no, I did.
Yeah, you definitely did.
I was trying to draw the attack logo and then the old attack
Hey,
logo.
Aaron, can you draw the old attack logo? Just out of curiosity, just remember it right now.
This music's perfect. Okay.
Eddie, can I get more monitor, please? Yep, that's not bad actually.
That's closer than
That's
a lot
what
of
I
other
can.
people.
Yeah.
Mine
Not
always
bad.
look like
All right, first
Wipe this
question.
stuff off with.
Cross-platform multiplayer between PC and Xbox is happening more and more often. All the games that are like exclusive titles are gonna be carrying it from now on. How many games are cross-platform multiplayer between Xbox One and PC? How many games
Currently
currently right now?
okay.
How many games?
Or,
And bonus points if you guess all the games. Not too many.
like the number, right? The number of games.
The number of games, and then you can put the names of them.
across
If
PC and
PC
Xbox.
and Xbox One.
Yes.
PC and Xbox One. It's not crazy hard.
I only know. You.
I think there's some that haven't opened up the service yet, right?
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Nick's like, we cross that out.
This was big news at their E3 last year. They announced this Play Anywhere. So there's Play Anywhere, and then there's also cross-platform play,
Yeah.
which are not the same thing.
No,
But
they're not.
yes. All right, I'm gonna give you 5 seconds.
I'm ready. I don't have
Three,
a full whiteboard. I have a yellow piece of paper that's not
two,
going to read on camera very well, but okay.
1.
You can't read mine.
Pencils down.
Pencils down.
Yeah, you can't read mine at all.
All right. Aaron went with 247, and she wrote Fallout, which isn't even multiplayer. The Witcher which isn't even multiplayer. GTA 5, and then Rocket League.
You got one of those right.
You got one of them right.
I got one.
Yeah. Dude,
Next,
I got 4.
he's got 4: Rocket, Gears, Forza, and Halo Wars. Incorrect. So you guys both get buzzers. Joey.
3, Rocket League, Gears, and Halo.
Okay.
Is there only a couple
So
games?
there's
I thought there'd be
actually
a shit
8.
ton of games.
8? Damn.
Dead Rising 4,
Oh, that's right.
Forza Horizon.
Yeah, I got
Oh,
that one.
You got Rocket League, which I didn't think you guys were gonna get.
Got that.
Halo 5.
Wasn't Rocket League the first one?
Rocket League was the
What-
first
yeah,
one.
Yeah.
Rocket League was the first one.
Halo
mine-
5?
Yes, the server browser lets you play.
Oh.
I just said Forza 3 Horizon. Minecraft.
Damn.
I thought about that, and I was like, no, really, is it?
Killer Instinct.
Yeah. Killer Instinct.
Gears of War Ultimate Edition.
Oh, yep.
And Gears of War 4.
Damn.
So there's 2 Gears games.
I think
Yeah.
Halo Wars is going to be, though.
Halo Wars
is
is
supposed to
going
be.
to be, yes.
It's
But
in beta right
It's not
now.
out yet. Yeah, it's
It's
not
in
out
beta.
yet.
You can play it.
All right.
I keep thinking you're gonna play music from Kingdom Hearts.
No,
I'm really excited.
I would never taint the
Get
stream.
that utada
Never
bumping.
take this stream.
Get that
No, it was
utada.
like the movie, the Blue Bear one.
Next question.
Oh,
Dude, here we
okay.
go. I got this. I know what this one is.
Kingdom Hearts. How many of them have been released?
Really? Okay.
Bonus points if you get them all right.
Okay.
Dude, I'm gonna do it right
I
now.
went through all of them.
If you get them all right,
Like,
you'll
do you
get
have to name all
you
of
get
them?
2 points
Do you have to name them?
plus the 1, so you'll be at 3 points.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. It's gonna be a bit.
I'm gonna abbreviate it.
Oh man, I can't wait to have to name all of these. Some of them are tongue twisters. Joey, this is totally catered towards Joey.
I know.
Both these questions.
Dude, I had it and I totally forgot my answer.
That's what Stump does to you, man. Puts the pressure on. So answers from the.
This isn't gonna count the final mix ones. You can't count those because those are repeating itself, like the
No,
original
no, no,
titles.
like every single one.
Everyone.
Every Kingdom
Including-
Hearts game. Yep.
Wait, including the remakes? Because that wouldn't make any sense.
Yep.
Yes.
It's a
Yeah,
new Kingdom Hearts.
Every
game,
every
technically.
released Kingdom Hearts game. I'm getting answers from the chat. We
I'm
have
not gonna look.
4, 8, 12, 36, 123, 69, of course, 14, 26, 7, 666, of course. This guy, I tried naming them all. Dial Crush, he's pretty close.
I named them all.
Damn, this is it's gonna come down to the wire, huh?
Oh, we get flagged. I
Uh-oh.
gotta stop.
Start singing Beatles songs, quick.
I'm not counting Kingdom Hearts 3 because it's not out.
No, anything that's been released up to this point.
Okay, so okay. Cool. So I can delete this.
So I'll give
In
you.
Japan or America?
Oh,
Steve just like,
Let me
Which
cross
one do you,
check
do you
that
want them
one.
in Japan or America too, or just America? Please
because
say
if
only
you do
America.
Kingdom Hearts Final Mix,
Yeah, that's
then
all
I
in
gotta change my
Japan.
answer.
Yeah, because there's
If it includes what?
If it includes Kingdom
Japan.
Hearts Final Mix and then Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, then I
there's
gotta.
Kingdom Hearts
No,
Final
it
Mix,
doesn't-
Kingdom Hearts
there's-
2,
I don't think
Kingdom
there's
Hearts 2
any-
Final Mix.
I don't think there's any final mixes. This is the U.S. version.
Okay,
like this.
America, great.
Well, I gotta change my answer.
America.
And we're not counting games that haven't released yet.
No, so 3 and 1.5 and 2.5 aren't on the list. It's a little hint.
oh. Well,
You're just completely effed.
then let me just find a different number.
Cool. I can name them all too.
Me too. Me too.
I was very interested to see which one of you would actually get it right, or if you both got it right.
Oh my god, I forgot one.
Oh. All right, 10 seconds.
I'm ready, dude. I'm locked in. I'm charged up.
5,
4, 3, 2.
3, 2,
Okay.
1.
I'm good. I'm good. Why?
How many Kingdom Hearts games were released? Let me get the number first.
12.
12.
Motherfucker.
14.
We missed two.
Okay,
Two.
so let's just
Isn't
do this
there-
by crossing off.
Okay,
Okay.
so there's a
'Cause-
mobile
okay.
game, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kingdom
like-
Hearts Unchained.
Hold on.
Let's
Let me
start
read
from
them in
the
order so
beginning,
you guys can
yeah.
cross them
Okay.
off your
Okay.
list. Show me your list. Show them to Joey. He'll be the. What the f?
I know my thing is jacked
Okay.
up.
Kingdom Hearts,
Got it.
the original.
Cross it
And
off.
in 2004, Chain of Memories.
Got it.
2005, Kingdom Hearts 2.
Got it.
2007, RE Chain of Memories.
Yep. That was for PS2.
2008, Coded.
Yep.
2009, 358 by 2.
Yep. It's
Uh,
actually 358 over 2 days.
Yes.
That makes sense.
Take his answer away. Birth by Sleep.
Yep.
RE Coded.
Oh, I put RE Coded first. I forgot Coded.
Oh, that's a Japanese one. No, that doesn't count because
Okay.
Coded only came out for Japan and Recoded came out for
Recoded is
America.
the one that came out in America. Why are you tricking? Why?
So that
I
just
don't
went away.
know.
It's one of the
It's
same.
12.
I just go on the pages.
well, now we're at
Dream-
13.
Okay.
fucking
So now we're
12.
at 13. If you get
Yeah.
13 of
Okay.
them. Dream Drop Distance.
Got it.
1.5 remix.
Got it.
X.
That's cheat. That's Unchained Key.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're right. You're
Wait,
right.
what?
That's the Unchained. That's the mobile game.
Unchained Key.
X is
Yeah.
Unchained Key? Okay.
KHX. That's the mobile
That's
game.
Unchained Key.
Why didn't they just say that?
See, and that's a key. The X is the Japanese one. Unchained Key is the American one. So that makes it 12.
Okay, so it is 12.
Boom.
Motherfuckers, right
Okay,
here.
2.5 remix.
Yep.
Yep.
Unchained X, which is the American one, I guess.
Yes. Yeah.
2.8 final chapter
Mhm.
prologue.
Yep.
That is
Bruh.
it. So you guys both got them?
Yeah.
I feel like you cheated. I feel like he's like, oh no, I did put this one on. Oh no, that was the X.
Well, no, Coded.
If penmanship counts for anything, though, Aaron definitely wins.
Well, that's not fair because this board is jacked up. Look at that. That's how this board is. It can't be erased anymore.
I'm here. I'm alive.
I'll give
I
you.
win.
I'll give you guys both points.
Because I even abbreviated. Yeah.
But
I
if
don't know what
actually, if
games-
2 people get the answer right, then the other person gets the point. That's the way Stumped works.
What?
I
Final round mix? Or
Because I
For
thought
Joey.
about the 0.5,
Mix the hard
Uh-huh.
one and the 2, and
Right.
the 0.8,
Cute.
and the 3 mobile games.
Uh huh.
I'm like, okay, there's 8.
So
That's a fair assumption.
So I don't know what other games.
There's a lot of mobile games. Kingdom Hearts spans multiple consoles, and
For some stupid reason.
yeah, it's dumb. But
That
I
was a
love
good guess, though, Joey.
next
Fuck
question. Yakuza.
it. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Hey.
Donkey Kong.
Yakuza games were inspired by what Sega franchise?
Look at his face.
If someone clips that out, that was Joey's stumped face.
Dude, I got this.
Straight up.
Got him.
I got it.
You looking at my answer?
Na-na, ba-na-na-na-na-na.
We're gonna make this one short. It's getting late.
Yeah, I'm starving.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I'm gonna eat this microphone.
All right.
Don't look.
Haven't eaten things.
Don't look at it in Discord.
Yakuza games were
is
inspired
it?
by what Sega franchise?
Sonic!
Shenmue.
Shenmue, and Joey put
I put a dot.
dot.
I literally.
Have
just
you ever
pressed my
went
pen against
fast?
The pad.
Have you ever went fast?
You can't say my.
The answer is Shenmue.
Shamu.
Shenmue.
Oh, I didn't know.
So
Somebody
Nick
set
Nick
Free
wins
Willy
another
free.
point. So he had 3 points. He has 4 points. Now you have 3 points. You have 0, and I have 1.
Why do you get points? You
But
don't fill out the question.
The house always wins. Nick's part of some collusion. He gave me the question and he knew the answer. So I can't give
Don't
him the
count.
win. I have to give the win to Aaron today.
Jeez.
Why? I said Sonic.
No, but you have the most points since Nick cheated.
You
Alright.
said I could rub it in
You
Joey's
cheat.
face.
You could. You know that answer.
Dr. Jones,
you
you
can rub
cheat.
that answer in Joey's face, but you lost the
Sonic.
game.
Sonic.
Sad.
Let's keep going.
Oh, let's move on to.
Danky Kang.
All
All right,
right.
so let's grab some Patreon questions and then we'll head on out of here.
Fuck yeah.
How many? What's the win total at now for Stumped?
I don't know.
I've won 3 times.
I've won
I
once.
know that, or twice.
I like Stump.
5 times. A lot.
And
Best.
Aaron has won once, and the house has won like 5 times. Well, we had this is the 11th episode.
Don't you?
Forget about it.
Yeah, we all need to eat.
Woo!
It's that
We got a
time
ton of
here.
questions. 19 questions. I don't know if we're gonna get through all these.
Let-
Let's
goodness.
blaze through this. This is lightning
Hey,
round.
Dial
Yeah.
Crush,
wrap
is that a
this
Metal
up.
Gear
What's your
Solid
least
reference?
favorite and what's your favorite and least favorite video game tropes?
Tropes?
The worst is amnesia. The hero has amnesia. The best is ammo before a boss fight.
I agree with the amnesia. That was from Invader.
I don't know.
Nate Kusler asks, just ordered a Vive. What games, programs, or experiences do you recommend? Budget Cuts, Arizona Sunshine, and The Lab.
No, the store simulator. What's that one?
Oh, Job Simulator.
Hot
Job
now.
simulator. Yeah, that one's fun.
Audio Shield if you like rhythm games.
Oh, Audio
Keep
Shield.
talking and nobody explodes if you have friends.
He just bought a Vive. He doesn't have friends. Forgotten Toothpick. Anyone excited for Nino Kuni 2?
Yes! Will you marry me?
Spirit
Oh
Eddie
my
gets
God.
really upset. Like I refuse to believe that the reaction that Eddie gives when we talk loudly in the microphone
Sorry,
is
Eddie.
justified.
He's lying. He's
Sorry.
dramatic.
Yeah, he's like, oh my God, my ears are literally bleeding.
All right, another question from Forgotten
Sorry,
Toothpick.
Eddie.
A game that will save you, that you will save to let your kids or niece or nephew play.
Chrono Trigger.
Super Mario World.
A physical copy, like one you probably have, like
Just like a
physical
I guess a
copy.
game that you would like not sell, like ever sell. You want to show your kids.
Lion King for the Super Nintendo.
My
Ooh,
N64 Smash copy. Not that my kids would
My
play
Super-
it, but I'm
my
never
Super
getting
Mario
rid of it.
Nacium
Ape
asks,
Escape.
My,
Ape Escape.
my Super Famicom version of Chrono Trigger will be like, it's in Japanese. I'll be like, figure
Figure
it
it
out. Learn.
That's why I
You
give
just
them
wanna
the.
have babies now?
You're
Sure?
gonna be
Okay.
a dick dad because I just give them.
Dude, I'm gonna be the dad who's like, my kid's gonna be like, hey dad, can I get this game? I'm like, yeah, you can get it if you can beat me in this game. If you can beat me in Smash, if you can 1v1 me
Smash
in Smash.
Bros. for sure.
Your kid's a year and a half old. He just wants to play Angry Birds. Let him be.
Crush him.
Nacium, how do you feel about games that sold well, turning to Fig or Kickstarter for a
What?
sequel? Sorry, I totally fucked up that question. How do you feel about games that sold well, turning to Fig or Kickstarter for a sequel, like the Shenmue game? I guess you could say did well. Now they want to make a sequel.
Fine. Fuck the way the industry works right
Yes.
now.
Yes.
If developers can do it without publishers, great. If
Publishers
they're-
suck.
If their community can fund something and they want to pay for it, great. That's the community's choice. Yeah, I really don't have an issue with it. I think that it's cool. I think that there's probably a critical mass for it. If too many people start doing it, then it begins to get grating. But right now, as it is, it's fine.
Next question is from Paul Walker, Texas Ranger. He asks, do you enjoy the art of customizing your video game characters? And if
Yes.
so, what are some of your favorites?
Nah, I really don't. I
I-
care less.
Sometimes I like if it's an online game, I want to customize my character to show it
I
off.
get that.
But if it's a single player game, I was like, whatever.
Like,
Dude.
keep Nathan Drake, Nathan fucking Drake. He looks good as he is. I don't want to change him.
My Skyrim characters I go in on. I look up like, okay, my character's a dark elf, so I gotta look up a dark elf names, and I gotta form my
That's
own
fun,
based
though.
on the meaning.
Guess it depends.
He's got to find another night
I
to
gotta,
play because
I
he
have
just
to
wasted
figure
the whole
out.
night.
I gotta figure out a reason why he has a scar over his left eye. Like I gotta write it, you know. I like writing a backstory for my.
We're two very different
Characters.
people. I make my Dark Souls characters pink.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But they're easy to see when all the madness is going on. Nick3570 asks, are you guys excited for Ghost Recon Wildlands?
Yes.
I am very excited.
Well, hopefully it's good, but yeah, I'm stoked to play the beta if I get in.
Joey?
I'm cautiously trepidatious but excited.
You're cautiously
All right.
trepidatious.
God damn. I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what that is. Keep going.
Flying Queso, any thoughts on what the $500 million Oculus settlement could have as an impact on the future of VR innovations?
I think it's gonna. I think.
So ZeniMax sued Oculus for $2 billion. They got $500 million in the lawsuit, and
what was it over though precisely?
it was over.
infringement.
Yes, like leaking data, leaking information to Facebook and Oculus before the actual transaction was made.
So they broke embargo,
Yes.
kind of. Yeah, I mean, I think that it's good practice in general to be more careful with trade secrets.
Yeah.
Especially since people's livelihoods depend on it. And I think that unlike typical journalism, you can't really expose stuff like that because it is literally only doing harm, I think, if you do reveal industry secrets. Like, it feels different than like being a journalist in the gaming industry. I think it's more of an enthusiast writer actually, but you can't really be a gaming journalist in the same way that you can be a journalist for real politics and socioeconomic issues, because I think it is more harmful than it does good. Because people get in trouble.
All right, Andrew Wimpy asks, are there any games/game genres that you keep coming back to? Or do game genres that don't appeal to you? Are there game genres that don't appeal to you?
JRPGs.
JRPGs, not into MOBAs or RTS games.
I'm not into overhead MOBAs. I can deal with like first person or third person, like we're actually controlling the character.
with the
Like
keys.
a Smite I can deal with, but I can't really deal with Dota or League of Legends.
No, I'm not good with that.
I'm gonna try and play
First-person shooter I
StarCraft 2 this
suck at.
year.
So
Play Brood War.
someone said in Discord the other day that if you log into Blizzard or whatever the
Battle.net.
Battle.net, you get StarCraft 2 or StarCraft 2 for free
What?
You
right
can
now.
only play Terran.
That's fine. I just want to play the campaign. I'm sorry. What did you say though? What
I
were
don't
you-
remember.
Shooters. Shooters?
First person shooters.
You don't
are-
like
I
shooters?
have a hard time with them.
Really?
It takes time. Yeah, it takes
Do you
time.
like
I think
them or no?
yes and no. Like I played competitively with people, but I personally, I might get better at it because when I played Uncharted, I sucked really bad at aiming and killing. It took me a long time because it was so touchy and so specific. Like playing it on the PlayStation, actually getting in there and getting in the field is like, I don't know, it's difficult. It took a while to get the aiming down, but I think I could do it.
I
now.
can't aim with
I
the
gotta give it a
controller.
good. I gotta give it a good shot.
Aiming with
Is
the
it
controller's
easier to
so
do on a
hard.
PC?
Oh yeah, it's
I'm
so
fine
much.
with both.
You know how to do you know how to click on the screen? Click stuff on the screen with the
Yes.
mouse? That's how you shoot.
We were taught that when we were like 5.
Yeah. So this is how you shoot. You go right there and then you click that and you shoot.
Oh, that would.
Um,
Fair.
That simplifies things big time. Daniel Kim asks, with the ongoing updates on the Switch news, have your overall impressions changed on the upcoming console?
More hype than I was.
Me too.
Yeah, it's.
There's
It's
more
getting- It's getting
games.
closer. Yeah, and they're just there's that one chart where it's like games coming out on launch day, games coming out in April, summer, and then fall, and that PNG just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Papa like.
Yep. So no, I'm not hyped. Did you guys hear that about the yearly service? I know Nick showed me earlier. It's gonna be they're saying like around $18 to $24. So and that's a year for the online service. So it comes out to $2 to $3
Very
a
month?
A month.
That's really good.
Totally.
Hopefully
cool
it's
with that.
hopefully it's good. I would pay $30 a month if it was the
Dude, I'd
greatest
pay
thing ever.
$60 for it.
Yeah, come
I
on.
was ready to drop $60.
I was
cool.
ready to drop. Yeah, it's $50 to $60 for
Yeah.
it. Whew, whew. This is Joey. Chris Koch asks, "What's your least favorite publisher and why?" I don't really have one.
Fuck EA.
Oh, I guess.
They've been getting
Fuck
better.
EA.
They've been getting better.
No, fuck EA.
Kind of a joke, aren't they?
Yeah.
Their
Yeah.
origin thing is a joke.
I'm with you on that.
Publisher.
Actually, yeah, I think fuck Ubisoft. I'm sorry,
They've
Rayman!
definitely gotten better.
but man, their download servers are the worst, and I can't get the Division to work anymore, so it kind of pisses me off.
No,
Oh,
you're right.
They did.
You're
on,
right.
On
I
the Division, yeah.
fuck EA just because they screwed up Dice. I love Dice.
Oh, they totally did, man. Bad Company too.
Dude, Mirror's Edge.
Style
They
Rush.
screwed up PopCap.
Oh, they
How
did.
the fuck do you screw up PopCap? You
No more
don't.
Peggle. You don't even hear about Peggle anymore, do you?
Hey,
You
Peggle's
lapped.
Peggle is Bay.
Style Rush. Well, will Mass Effect Andromeda be good, or was M3's ending a sign that BioWare doesn't know what they're doing anymore?
Have low expectations. You'll be surprised.
It'll be fine.
I think it looks like it's shaping up to be a pretty good game. So I'm good on that.
I don't know this game.
Mass Effect?
I mean, I've heard of it.
You'd
I've
like
never
you'd
played
like
it.
Mass Effect.
You think I would?
That was the last question.
Yay,
You
we
did
did
it.
it. That was a good spitting game.
That was a good spitting game. It was a little long.
A lot of game was spat.
We forgot to tell them about the next game that we're gonna play.
Oh.
And are we gonna change the name of it?
Yeah, let's change the name.
So it was called the Attack Gaming Club before. TAGC was the abbreviation, but that doesn't roll off the tongue. So we're changing it to AA, which is Attack Assignment. So your attack assignment for next week and the next coming weeks is Undertale.
Are we gonna finish the game in 1 week?
No,
No.
we have an undisclosed period
So-
of time. Probably 2 to 3 weeks.
I would say
assume.
3 weeks.
three's probably gonna be good.
Three's
Yeah.
good.
Let's do 3 weeks for Undertale. I'll definitely try to get some of it in to give like a little bit of first impression on it next week. The game's not too expensive. I think it's $15 or $20.
Yeah.
And it's gotten a lot of awards. I heard the music's great.
Music's very good.
Undertale is kind of the darling of the gaming industry of last year.
Yeah,
So
definitely. You'd like it too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely your kind
I
of a
think
game.
you can run it on your computer for sure.
Are you sure?
I-
I had trouble
100%.
playing
Is it
Roblox.
on PS4 or is it only on PC?
I think it's on PS4.
I don't think
We'll
it is
find
on-
out.
It's not
Okay,
on PS4.
Google. Is Undertale on PS4?
PC only.
Oh, Nick would know.
What is a PS4?
Is Undertale on PS4?
Searching for potatoes.
Oh, Undertale's $5 right meow.
What?
Transburger just said that.
$5.
Humble Store, get it $5. Everyone buy it. I'll buy it tonight.
Yeah, it is a very good game.
So now when
Worth it.
since I wanted to change it to AA so that way we can have an AA meeting every once in a while. Cause
Dude, I'm gonna tell
we
my
all
mom I
need
got
that.
an AA meeting. I gotta
Yeah,
go
we got an
to.
AA
Sorry,
meeting
Ma,
tonight.
I got that AA meeting.
Your mom was so nice.
I got that
She wants to
coin.
believe that-
All right, everyone.
All right, we're done. We're out. We
Do
gotta
your
go.
homework.
We love you. We're doing our homework. Are we signing out? Or
Yeah,
I
we're
just jumped
we're
in?
signing
a little
out.
bit less because I still smell.
You guys
like
can find us on
tomatoes.
patreon.com/the attack. If you're listening to the audio version and you want to see the video version, you can go ahead and log on there. It only costs $1. Every penny counts in helping us out, create more content, add more podcasts. If you guys want to see this podcast go more than once a week, because I feel like there's more than that we could talk about, then that's definitely an option if we can get some more funding. Besides that, you can follow me on Twitter at Daily Dose of Los. You can follow Aaron at Aaron Stevie. You can follow Nick at Advent Nick, and you can follow Joey at Leaf Eater. And then if you want to, you follow Eddie at Game Addict 1, and he still hasn't changed it. I'm gonna say it every week until he changes it.
Why? I like Game Addict 1.
He's trying to say Game Addict, like he's addicted to games.
No, it's attic. Like that you go upstairs playing your mom's attic games.
No.
He
No.
meant to say Game Addict, but what he wrote was Game Addict.
I like that because
But
in my
ag-
head
but
I
it is-
picture
again-
him in an attic playing video games.
No.
Like up there. Just
He needs to change that. You're,
It's a
you're
good
gonna be
name, Game
19.
Addict.
No,
You're
now
gonna
he
be
has to
19.
keep it. He
No,
has to.
really
He
now.
has
cool.
to. He has to. He has to.
What?
Keep your
all
branding.
right, y'all. We love you. This was
Peace
been
out, Girl
fun.
Scouts.